Ready? Oh, oh wow.
That was the craziest hunt.
You do not stalk whitetails in Wisconsin. In the woods, on a ridge. Oh wow, this deer's dead. Well, here he is. I mean, 130-inch deer, season 8. Can't be mad at that. I mean, for what we did, the experience of stalking a mature buck, that's pretty fun.
He's gonna go down right there, buddy. Oh, right there he's laying. He didn't go very far, he basically just died out of sight, so nice easy blood trail. Wasn't very hard to follow actually. He was spraying 6 foot up on trees, so it was pretty neat, but pretty much exactly what we thought he was. He's a good 9, a little heavier than I thought.
What's your view like? Ready? He's pumping. We just tagged out. It was just flooding out of him. I can't believe it. Did you? I can't believe that just happened.
This is a fully mature Iowa whitetail, and I am happy to put my tag on him.
Hear that? There's something walking over here. It's a lefty. Meow, meow. Just killed the freaking giant. Oh my god.
Hasn't hit me what just happened here tonight. This is the deer I've dreamt of ever since the day I passed him up in 2015. This was the deer I wanted. And it just so happens to be my biggest buck to date and my biggest bull buck.
Are you kidding me, buddy? Are you kidding me?
Hit it, buddy. Nice one, man. Nice one. Yes! He's down, dude. Yes!
Yes. So awesome. It's a beautiful 5x5. My first muley with a bow.
Big buck, big buck, big buck. Coming right down the edge of the field.
He's dead.
What an awesome Iowa buck, and another unbelievable hunt with Mike behind the camera. And we are tagged out in Iowa. Miserably cold out here. We are in the middle of a blizzard. It's been advised not to travel, been advised not to leave the house. And we're out here chasing these bucks. Unbelievable. North Dakota late season.
Stay down. Come on, buddy. Go down. Come on. Come on, buddy. You're kidding me. Yeah, it's covered in blood. There he is.
Step down.
Oh, that is freaking sweet. That is so awesome.
Dude, that is a freak. Yes, sir. Oh, look at that deer. That is undoubtedly the oldest deer I've ever killed.
Hell yeah. Holy shit. Wow, that's like what? I didn't range it, 10 yards?
She walked right up and looked right at us.
Yeah. God dang, give me some. Hell yeah.
So, saw this guy in a few does, and yeah, I'm excited, stoked. It's Halloween, so it's, you know, might not have candy, might have a few whiskey drinks, but it's gonna be fun.
No. Bat. I'm pretty rattled right now. I definitely want to get out of this tree.
November 10th, first time in down here in Iowa this year. Kind of been jumping all over North Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, hunting, filming.
A little bit of everything. Just waiting for the right time of the year to get in here in Iowa and start hunting.
Right here, showtime. Showtime's right here, coming on the spot.
Quack, quack, quack.
You serious, buddy? Are you serious? Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. Night, Yogi Kite.
Follow us up in here and you shouldn't be too far.
We got him. He only went 15 yards, but he put on one heck of a show. And as you can see, put a good shot on him. Schwacker did all the work, and he only went 15, 20 yards and piled up here in the bush.
God! Are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? Are you kidding me? No way! Dude! That is a freak! Oh my God, dude, he's right here.
He came in, gave me like a 25-yard shot, and I don't know, he maybe went 100 yards and piled up. Just a great North Dakota 8-pointer.
I'm still like rattled. We had a great buck come in tonight, and I think I drilled him. It looks great. There he is. What a gorgeous, gorgeous buck. Shooter.
Should do it, bud. Man, he put on a frickin' show. And the best part is, he didn't die in the bottom.
Yeah.
Couldn't be happier with this buck. My first year in Iowa, really learning the ropes this year, hunting public.
Got him, buddy. Down goes Frazier, baby.
To say that we earned this guy would be a complete understatement. I think JP added the days up we spent in the field this fall. I think we're somewhere around 55 days right now.
Here we go, bud.
Meh, meh.
Got a lot of emotion running through my body right now. Excited. Scared shitless. We eased up here. JP actually picked a rack up. Probably 30 yards from us. It looks like it's down. But I'm gonna go up there at full draw and make sure. But I think he's laying right up here dead, boys. That was the wildest, craziest track job I've ever been a part of.
Pretty sure I heart shot him, dude. You gonna go down?
That's where he landed.
Yeah. He's right there dead, dude. Oh, yeah, buddy. Well, what a deer, what a hunt. And to get to do it with some awesome buddies right here, it's gonna be a good one.
Where is he? Just to the left. Got him. Go down. Go down. Go down. That's got to be one of my biggest bucks. Hell yeah, buddy. Thank you. What an absolute way to almost wrap up my season here.
Well, I hear a deer. Where are we looking? Oh, right under him.
Right there.
Oh, that's a decent buck, dude. This might happen, huh?
I'd put him down.
You gonna make this happen?
Sure. Yes! Hell yes!
No way! Let's go, baby!
The best hunt I personally have ever experienced as a bow hunter.
We just killed a freaking giant!
Yeah. Come on, Mancl. Yeah. Got him. Got him. Yeah.
He's toast.
Drilled him.
That was way too easy.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of RUT Live. We're glad to have you. Brought to you by Vortex Optics and HHA Sports. You got me, Carrots, on the mic today, and my good buddy Chucky. How's it going, man? Yeah, let's do it. Charlie, you got older. and more weathered. Bear with us, folks. We're going to jump into a little action with Mike Mancl. We've got some interesting stuff going on today. We're going to jump into a recap from Brennen's morning hunt. And we've also got last week's episode, Elliott's combined their efforts to put down a hell of a buck in Iowa. We're going to check in with that recap and a little drag out action on that deer as well. What's up, dude?
I think we're in for some excitement tonight. The rut is firing down here in Iowa and in Wisconsin. Deer are moving. We should see some good deer movement, and hopefully a deer go down again.
Well, don't get too excited about it.
I was bummed I missed last week when Elliott put his down.
Yeah, dude. It's a hard feeling to describe. Being part of a live episode when somebody kills, it's pretty sweet.
I was bummed because not only did I miss it on the live, but they were staying at our house, and I was up in Wisconsin, so I didn't get to celebrate with them or anything, which is my favorite part.
Somebody's got to let the dog out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's how it goes.
But we got Spitzley on the edit. He's working behind the scenes, and he'll probably pop in a little bit on this episode too. But glad to be on here with you, man. Looking forward to a good night. We've got a lot of viewers already checking in on the comments. Thank you guys for representing. It's always good to see folks commenting and getting involved. Glad to have you guys.
Yeah, we really appreciate the engagement. Makes life easier for us, more fun for everybody.
Yep. Kevin Trent says, finally in Ohio, had a possible shooter yesterday come through chasing a doe. Couldn't get a good look at him. It's warming up. Deer movement slow today. It's same, dude. Well, he knows. He lives somewhere near where I live, but it's a lot warmer today than it was earlier this week. So, Silver Badger.
Yeah,
dip of choice. What? Go ahead. Nothing. Go ahead.
When I was up in Wisconsin last weekend, we got a few inches of snow, but down here in Iowa, it's back to 50s in the day, high 50s. But the deer movement's still good. Bucks are getting turned on.
Yep. A lot of younger bucks on the hoof right now, running down does for sure.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you can see it on the sides of the highways.
Oh yeah.
I've seen several spikes and forks run over because they're getting out and getting wild in the middle of the night.
Starting to look like a high school prom.
Silver Badger's asking what my dip of choice is. Right now, it's Copenhagen wintergreen pouches. Typically, though, Rogue Apple.
Apple?
Yeah. No spit. You got to be able to dip in church, you know?
You and all the deer.
Yeah.
Liking that apple.
I've never really noticed a difference. Actually, it was something that I was kind of concerned with, you know, as a dip user, like spitting in the woods when I was hunting. But
yeah,
I've never, sitting in a tree stand, just spitting right on the ground, peeing on the ground.
I've heard stories of people spitting and the deer come and lick up their dip spit. So
yeah. All right, dude. Well, we kind of alluded to it earlier, but we're going to give a quick recap of Brennen's morning hunt. A little bit of excitement. Looking forward to seeing this play out.
Yeah, let's bring everybody up to speed with what's been going on with the crew.
It's just cracking daylight here, November 4th. JP shot a buck 2 days ago. So yesterday we spent most of the day taking care of the deer, getting that in the freezer. And we opted not to hunt last night. Instead, we ran around and scouted some public ground. I've got a few private pieces to hunt, but the cameras just aren't popping off yet. We're just going to hop around and hit some public spots this morning. We're in a piece. I've never bow hunted it. I've done a little bit of muzzleloader hunting in here, but we can see a long ways. We brought the decoy with us, sitting right over my shoulder here. Beautiful morning. Temps in the low 30s. Supposed to warm up into the mid to upper 50s today, which is a little on the warm side, but it could be a lot worse. We're in one of the best states in the country to hunt whitetails at the best time of the year, so anything could happen. Looking for a big surprise buck this morning. I'll teach him to drop soup. Still going, hole in the horn, hole in the horn. Got the other horn. Jeez. That's some tough shooting there, boy. Winner, winner, chicken dinner, boy. It's about 20 minutes till 11. Action been fairly slow this morning. We've seen a couple young bucks and that doe right at first light, but it's probably been an hour and a half since we've seen a deer. We're gonna climb down, go back and charge up a few batteries and get ready for the afternoon. We're gonna go try a different piece of public land this afternoon. Hopefully we can lay eyes on a mature deer. It's been a couple days since we've seen a good one. And the cameras they've kind of been slow, honestly. I think it's just about to ramp up here. We're just within a day or two of it. So we will see you this afternoon.
All right, some excitement with B. Looking forward to hopefully a solid evening hunt for him as well. And also, as we mentioned before, we're going to show a little video here coming up before too long of Elliott Squared with their success and their recovery. So
yeah,
looking forward to that.
That'll be very cool. You guys got to see it live, the shot go down, and then a few hours later, the recovery. You'll get to watch that. So
that's a beautiful buck, man. The symmetry of that deer, had great height.
Great mass.
Yeah.
It ended up scoring like 163, I believe, something like that, which is, very impressive for an 8-point.
Yeah, correct. I mean, that's just a beautiful deer.
Yeah.
I know they mentioned they thought in the moment it would go over 150, and I thought for sure it would, but that's awesome for an 8-point, man. 160.
Yeah, went in the 60s. So
if you're one of those dorks that measures antlers, you'd probably be excited about that.
Yeah. I like just knowing the range so you can, like, when you're describing it.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I don't really need an exact number for myself.
Right.
But
no, the way that I've always handled it is if you don't measure it, every buck you shoot is a 160 plus.
No matter how big.
Yeah, hell yeah.
World record fork, 162,
Yep. Life is what you make it.
Yep.
All right, now we're going to start doing our interviews. We're going to check in with the boys. Who we got coming in first? Mancl, how about it?
He's being filmed tonight by Jimbo, who's been having slumber parties with me at my house. They're on an awesome piece of public that Mike's had cameras on for a couple of months that has been very slow, but the last week he's had 2 studs show up, including one last night that he'd never seen before. So let's hope he walks by.
From what I gather, that's a stud, not a stud.
Yeah. No, like once in a lifetime stud.
Yeah.
Especially on public. I saw the pictures. It's impressive.
We're back in the tree in Iowa here. It's November 4th. We got set up probably about 45 minutes to an hour ago. We had an awesome morning this morning. We unfortunately didn't see any of the target bucks we were after, but I think we saw like 9 bucks total this morning. 3 of them over 125, I'd say, that we let walk. It was just a crazy morning. Bucks are just running everywhere. But we're in a new spot tonight. I have never hunted this piece before. I put a camera out in it early September. Probably about 400 or 500 yards south of here. And for the most part it was pretty dead. For the last month and a half, 2 months. And just in the last week, we had 2 absolute giants show up on the cameras. One of them last night, in the middle of the night. Both the bucks have been in the middle of the night. But we decided to come in here and just kind of give it a try tonight. I'm not really sure where these deer are living or what they're doing, but we kind of just wanted to slip in here and not go fully into this piece of public that we're in tonight. We're about halfway into where I got my camera. We're sitting on the edge of a oak ridge, and there's a big valley down below us, and it's just thick and nasty. A lot of bedding cover, and part of the reason I didn't want to go back into that spot tonight is because I haven't really found a good way to get into it yet. To get into that spot, from this way, you pretty much got to go right through all this thick stuff, which is not very fun at all. Me and Ross came in here and put that camera up, and it was absolutely miserable getting back into the spot. So we decided to do something a little bit more low-key tonight. Figured if I sat maybe something further out on the perimeters, I might catch these deer a little bit more. I'm hoping they're home range, but these deer are big. Hopefully we can get eyes on one of them tonight. I got Jimbo with me this week. He's kind of been my good luck charm the last few years in Iowa here, so we're hoping to get another good buck down here. But it's a little bit warmer this afternoon. It was really cool this morning. It was in the 30s, and it warmed up here to low 60s today, so not really expecting the greatest movement tonight, but we got some good weather coming in a few days, so we just need to stay patient, wait for the weather to get good, and then we'll get a little bit more aggressive here. But we actually did see a deer to the north of us right after we got set up. There's a alfalfa field about 100 yards away from us right now, and I caught a glimpse of a deer just eating out in the alfalfa, but I never really got a look to see what it was, and we kind of lost sight of it now. But we got some deer up on their feet already, so we're right tight up against the edge of this thicket. So we're gonna hit the antlers probably tonight and make some noise. Hopefully we can pull something out of here. So that's the plan. Hopefully we can shoot one of these big ones tonight.
All right, all filled in on Mancl. Check in with Yukon Cornelius, or as you probably know him, Brennen Nading.
Always on good deer. Cornelius.
Good. Well, it's about 3:45. November 4th today. JP and I are different piece of public this afternoon than where we were this morning, probably about 20-30 miles from where we were this morning. I wouldn't say we had a lot of action this morning. We've seen a couple bucks and doe, but really it was pretty dead for us. We were texting with Mike earlier today, and it sounded like he had a pretty good morning. Ours wasn't like that. We're kind of sitting a piece tonight with a lot of CRP grass. There's some soybeans, standing soybeans up behind JP. And there's standing soybeans down in this big bottom. We're overlooking a big grass field, a bunch of CRP to the west. We got the decoy with us. We're in a spot where we can see a long ways. We got the antlers, so we're hoping to lay eyes on something and call them in close. Got about 3 hours till dark. We'll see what happens tonight. What's that?
Now we're bringing Dylan in from up north in Wisconsin, the gentle lover himself.
The gentle lover himself.
Me and Randingo came back to a food plot we call the Tamarack's food plot tonight. It's a new plot on our property. It was previously located about 200-300 yards to the northwest. We ended up moving it more interior this year, and to kind of try to keep the deer more interior to our property. To the north of us is a Tamarack's woods that unfortunately over the last about 5 years has died, and we've got about 50% of what the woods used to be, if not less. Then in the north of that is the neighbor's cornfield, and it sounds like they're actually taking off the corn right now, which could be good for us tonight, for the deer to funnel out of our property into that cornfield. We're going after a buck tonight that we call Larry. If you watched the live last weekend, we had a pretty close encounter with Larry. He got to about 70 yards and just didn't want to come into the food plot. He ended up pushing a doe off and chasing her out in the marsh. But since then, he was actually daylight in this plot on the 31st, which would have been Tuesday. And then on Thursday, we got word that the neighbor seen him. And last night, on Friday at about 11:30 at night, he was in this plot again. So he's definitely in the area, just not exactly sure where at the moment. We hunted this morning for a while. We saw, I think, 6 different bucks cruising through the area, but unfortunately we didn't see him. But overall, the weather's perfect today. We've got a slight northwest wind, and it's about mid-40s right now. So and sunny. You couldn't ask for a better rut day. My dad actually came out to the property tonight too. He's just on a scouting mission since his tag is filled, so he's sitting in one of our blinds, just kind of overlooking the marsh to see what he sees. Maybe he'll lay eyes on Larry or the other buck we're after, Ricky. So should be a good night overall, and we're gonna sit tight and hopefully the action picks up here soon.
We're going to stay up in Wisconsin with the better Elliott.
Elliott.
Maybe the Elliots will go back-to-back on live. I know they've been on good deer the whole week, or the last few days, up in Wisconsin. So
how's it going, everyone? Appreciate you guys tuning into this week's RUT Live. Tonight, Elliott and I snuck into a stand that we call the Mud Hole. Historically, this has been an awesome spot for us this time of year. It's we're just basically in the center of a huge block of timber with a bunch of bedding to the west and a big food source to our east. We've been in this spot a lot this week already, and it has been super hot in here. We've seen 10 plus bucks already. I think on Thursday it might have been closer to 15. And a ton of does. There's so many does in here because we're surrounded by big white oaks, and they're just was hammering these acorns. So
got a little bit of a connection issue going on right now, but just hang with us and hopefully get her squared away.
5.5-year-old deer.
Unfortunately, sometimes the spots where the big boys hang out are the spots where you can't get signal.
But he's been on the cameras a few nights now. There's a few other shooters in here too that we would definitely take if the opportunity presented itself. But like I said, we've seen a ton of good deer in here. There's a couple really good 4-year-olds that we've had encounters with as well the past few days. So conditions probably got a little worse here. At the beginning of the week it was in the low 30s, high 20s, and now it's closer to 50, but it hasn't really seemed to affect the deer movement too much lately, so we're thinking we should still have a good night. We've seen 2 does so far, and we thought we just heard a grunt out of the bedding to our west here, so we're going to get locked in here, and hopefully the deer start moving. Appreciate you guys watching.
All right, bear with us as we upload Elliott into the multiverse. Checking in with Mancl and Brennen Nading.
The 2 Iowa boys.
Yeah.
Deer movement in Iowa has certainly been picking up. Or at least my cameras have been the last day or so. I had a pretty slow morning sit yesterday, but Mike's been seeing deer. Our cameras have been firing off, so it's just getting better and better.
What does a slow morning sit in Iowa look like?
Okay, everyone thinks
Only
Iowa.
140s?
Everyone just thinks Iowa is just a game farm. It is not as, like the big deer. There's more big deer for sure, but it's not easy by any means. It's still hunting.
Well, the carrying capacity. It's a thing no matter where you're at, no matter what your landscape looks like, it can only hold so many deer. So it's not like
think
you're tripping over them.
Think about where you're hunting. Think if you're hunting public land in your area, but just add some inches to every deer you see.
Right.
You might go out and see a couple 2-year-olds that are like 110 inches. Here we might see a couple 120 inches,
Yeah, sure, but also like staying in line with that thought of carrying capacity, Iowa is one of a handful of states that can feed a shit ton of deer. So carrying capacity in Iowa is going to be higher.
We don't have the timber and cover to hold deer. Like states like Michigan and Wisconsin have more deer. It's
right.
Just the management isn't the thing Iowa I think has going for them the best is just keeping out non-residents.
Sure.
Because it's so hard to get a tag, and then obviously gun season being pushed back past the rut is pretty awesome. But I think just having a low number of hunters encourages more deer management, more people shooting older age class deer. So
sure,
that gives you those abilities. But having tons of corn and the best crop ground in the country helps too.
Right.
Those deer are going to be as healthy as you can find them.
Right. Big old fatties.
Big old corn-fed heifers.
So, back to these ridiculous numbers of Iowa deer and how giant they all are.
The numbers aren't ridiculous, okay? They have a third of the deer population Michigan or Wisconsin have. It's more about the management.
For sure, but I also like the point you brought up about having less timber. You're going to have smaller and more concentrated bedding areas.
True. I'm not saying that's not true. There's areas and there's a lot of other states that are similar. Okay,
For
Kansas even more so.
Yeah.
The Dakotas.
Yep.
Parts of
Slough bucks.
Wisconsin. Parts of Minnesota. Illinois, Indiana.
Absolutely.
I just got a text from Mike, our good buddy Brad, who's helped us get on some permission pieces. So his bow blew up 2 days ago. So he came and got my old bow, got sighted in with it yesterday, and he actually just killed a buck this afternoon with my bow that he just picked up yesterday on the permission piece that Mike hunts a lot. So
nice.
Congrats, Brad. I knew he was pretty down when his 20-year-old bow blew up, but congrats, Brad. It was an old Iowa bruiser, not a 180-inch Iowa deer, but still like a 6-year-old deer.
Well, congrats to Brad, for sure.
Brad's the man. He's helped us out a ton, so I'm stoked for him.
What was your old bow?
It was a Mission, so like Matthew's Flagstaff brand.
Yep.
Just not the newest technology, not the fastest bow, but just a great intro bow, affordable bow.
Yep.
So I mean, I was ready to move up, and we got a Hoyt this year, and I've been meaning to sell it, but
we're gonna bring in Elliott's. They've got some deer on them right now. Looks like maybe a 2-year-old cruising through.
All hot and heavy. Looking for love. I love the rut because you get to just see deer and deer moving. But I feel
deer you typically don't see, like deer you don't see all season. You'll get strangers.
You just get to see stuff. But I sometimes feel bad for the boys. They're just out there acting like boys, looking for some chicks, and we're up there just preying on them. But that's hunting. Well,
if you like to prey on young boys, that's your own business.
Okay, that's not what I was saying. I'm just saying the boys are out looking for love, and we're taking advantage of that. It's a little bit. I'm kidding, but
no, I'm with you, man. It's
it's a weird.
It's a sad story, but I love the end.
Oh, it is. If you talk to a non-hunter about it, they're like, so. But man, it's just a fun time to be in the woods.
Yeah.
Silver Badger just said, I'm in Wisconsin. It seems like the last couple of years, the vehicles have been taking out a bunch of 140s. I don't know where you're at, Silver Badger, but I usually just see, I only see forks and does getting hit, but
Pulls up a mark.
Were they going to shoot him?
I don't know. Mancl just picked up his bow. I'm not really sure what's going on. It's a little bit hard to tell at this point.
We got some.
What? I can't tell yet.
I don't know. It doesn't look huge. It looks like a solid. No, I don't know.
Spike.
Maybe there's
I
something
see,
behind
yeah.
him. It looks fired up, raking those trees though. Our buddy Brad actually just commented, "Good luck, fellas. Just filled my tag with Chuck's bow." What we were just talking about.
I
So
saw that. Yeah.
I don't know if he was watching that part or not, but congrats, Brad.
Brandon Farber tuning in. Thanks for watching, buddy. Hopefully you win something else tonight. Don't forget our trivia coming up. We got about $3,800 worth of stuff we're giving away today, so don't miss out.
Good stuff. Brad, who just shot that buck with my bow, put on the rise that he won with his coffee order. So
Nice. That's awesome. As good a time as any to remind everybody, order yourself some coffee. The full RUT blend. You can do a single bag at a time. You can do a subscription, and a percentage of all proceeds go to first responders, military. It's a great cause, and it's pretty damn good coffee too.
Booner Blend, check it out.
And every purchase made during one of our live episodes of the Booner Blend coffee will be entered to win a new car.
Yeah, brand new, right off the lot. HHA Tetra Max.
What was their most recent announcement? I saw they were posting on Facebook. It's coming out on the 8th.
8th of November?
Yeah. Yeah.
I know,
bet you
but I
got
don't know if
some
I know,
inside
but I don't know if
info.
I'm allowed to say. One of the interns might have it.
Oh.
Stay tuned. Pretty neat. They got 2 new things coming out. I don't know the dates, but stay tuned with HHA.
Yeah, I think it's November 8th. They're making a big announcement about new products.
Yep. And they're probably both coming out that day. I know they've changed some dates and stuff, but
hopefully that don't break.
But they got some pretty sweet things in the works. We obviously are very close with HHA and help them with media stuff, so we get a little sneak peek. But and if you guys didn't see it on the Breaking Point Instagram, JP 2 days ago killed a great old Iowa buck. You go check that out.
1 or 2 busted tines look like
Yeah.
in the picture I saw.
Busted brow and a busted G3, I believe.
Yeah.
Old bruiser. I don't remember how old Brennen thought he was, but he was mature
13.
for sure. 13. That's how it works in Iowa. No, he was a mature deer, so it was awesome. Can't wait for the video to come out on it because JP told me the story. It was kind of a mess. They were about to get down, and
Yeah.
they were like halfway packed up, and he just showed up at like 20 yards. So
I think he was tying a string on his bow to lower it down when that deer came in.
yeah, I'm pretty sure. So should make for an awesome video. Stay tuned. It might be in our semi-live next week. I'm not positive, but when Mike and I were up in Wisconsin, he killed a really cool piebald doe. It's a creamy, Starbucks-looking colored doe.
Man, you're so gay.
So
Creamy,
gay.
Starbucks-looking dough.
Looks like the drink order of like a 14-year-old girl. But I would say it was like a white Russian colored deer.
Perfect. That's actually pretty accurate. It was beautiful, for
It
sure.
was-
I would definitely be making a rug if it were me.
Yeah,
That was-
I think he's gonna have. Well, For a second there, he was talking about full body mounting it, and I was like, where are you going to put a full body mount in doe?
Your house? He's going to have to let it out twice a day, walk it around.
Yeah. But go check that out on the Instagram and the semi-live that came out a couple days ago.
Those beans, they wrap.
It's a wild-looking deer. Probably the prettiest-looking whitetail I've ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah. Unique for sure.
Yeah, I spotted it before Mike did. I said I thought it was that deer because he had pictures of it.
I would think with the west wind, you'd get bucks cruising the edge of this. They did a clear cut here. See how it's all thick, nasty. You'd think they'd work this edge right here. There's a pond over here. There's a pond down here. What's the over-under tonight?
All right, Chucky, what do you say we check in on some recovery action with the Elliots?
Yeah, we're gonna
from last week's episode.
We're gonna flip back to a couple hours after the shot you guys watched live. So we're gonna see the recovery of a beautiful Iowa whitetail.
Yeah, that got me shaking.
Looking right at him, man.
Look alive, everybody. That's got him.
Go, baby. Let's see him go down.
That looks solid to me, man. Yes,
He's
sir.
gonna go down right there. I think I hard shot him.
Solid
He was
shot.
right here. I tried to stop it. I'm so glad he stopped. Dude, he spooked. He spooked. That was because he was so close. He was so close. And then he was right here. And I just had to take the shot. There was a couple branches in the way, but oh, dude.
Hits different live.
Yep, right here. Here. Now he's spraying pretty decent. He's right over there.
Awesome. Congrats.
It's about 2 hours after the shot. We went back to the house and reviewed the footage and determined it was a pretty good shot. So I couldn't be happier with this deer. He only went about 60 yards. Was down here shed hunting in spring, and we actually found the shed off this deer in spring. And coming into this year, I drew a tag, super jacked to draw a tag, and yeah, I just can't believe how it all worked out. Can't thank the landowner enough for allowing me to hunt here, and Schellpfeffer for coming down and filming. We only got maybe 4 days total of hunting in Iowa. We hunted this morning, and this is the first night that we hunted. And Big Forker came in on the live. The shot ended up perfect. We haven't rolled him over yet, but I think it actually pounded through, put a really big hole in him, and got it. He went, like I said, like 60 yards. So Iowa tag is punched. I got a Wisconsin tag, and Schellpfeffer does too, with day one of our rutcation. And we got a Magnum mainframe 8 down in Iowa. We're gonna get him out of here, get some better pictures in the morning, but we're gonna celebrate a little bit tonight. We got 8 days left to get Schellpfeffer on a deer, so man, couldn't have worked out any better. Super happy. Thanks to everybody.
Man, I was so stoked for them.
Man, big buck down. The mass on that thing is insane.
Yeah, both those guys worked so hard, and Elliott really deserved that deer. I was just bummed that I wasn't here to celebrate with them because they were staying at our house, but I was up in Wisconsin. But
No, that's awesome, dude. Just a mega buck for sure. You know,
awesome deer. Two great dudes, the Elliots. So
typical Iowa 2-year-old.
Yeah, well, that's how it works down here.
Loaded question.
All right, I'm done.
Those are the deer we just walk by every morning. Mid-October.
No, what a stud.
Yeah, awesome deer. Had that cool split.
checking.
He goes, what are some tips you could give someone for them to be a successful hunter or become a successful hunter? I'm no good. That's a great question.
Speaking of great questions, you guys ready for a little trivia soon?
Oh, I am.
We all have those days.
I'm excited to see what we've got on deck for today. Don't forget, every correct answer will be entered to win one of our awesome prizes, and we've got a boatload of them every week.
Yep. We'll go through those prizes right now. So
Practice a lot and sit where there's deer.
Get it, Charlie.
we're gonna have the Barenet Ox 5 ground blind. Been over it a million times, but probably the best ground blind I've ever been in. So
it's a good one for sure. The Black Widow deer lures, branch butter, and scrape rope. Get stinky.
Get stinky. Get ready. 1 acre seed of choice from Bucket. I'm sure Dylan's sitting over a Bucket food plot right now. Go on their website and check out all the different options they have.
Yeah, they've got all kinds of good stuff. The Khmer deer, choice of product. Get that deer cocaine.
That deer cocaine. It gets them happy. Luminox, pack of Nox. Not a lot you need to say there. Everybody knows what Luminox is.
Light up the night.
Light the night.
What I mean?
Light up a deer. Moultrie, the Edge cell camera. Great cell camera. That's what we're running down here.
What service provider are you guys using?
It uses both Verizon and USL, I believe. So whatever's
Look at
better.
that. Just
Yeah.
made a commercial.
Bingo.
The Onyx Hunt free elite membership. Reminder, that's all 50 states.
Must have for travel hunts or at home. Vortex Blaze Orange package just in time for gun seasons rolling in the Midwest. You get a sweatshirt, hat, and socks.
Keep your
One of our awesome partners, Vortex.
The phone scope, phone case, adapter, 2 ounces of pyro putty, and the pyro putty lighter. Mancl's best friend can be your best friend too.
Yeah, your pockets will be bulging too. River's Edge, Bigfoot Lightfoot stand, 4 grip rails, safety rope, and a climbing belt. Stay safe. Awesome, reliable tree stand. My buddy Cam actually won one 2 weeks ago on the live. So
Nice. River's Edge makes great stuff.
good stuff.
The Schwacker choice of your own pack of broadheads. Any product they provide, your choice. They've got something for everybody. Fixed, mechanical, all kinds of stuff. Maybe they don't have fixed. I might have made that up. The Lacrosse Alpha Burley Pros. Everybody knows these boots.
Awesome boots.
Keep your feet dry. Keep the stink out.
Super comfortable. Tack, 100 pack of veins, your choice. Whatever color you want, and glue for those who like to put on their own veins. The grand prize. What is it, Carrots?
The Cage permanent hub blind. Every comment on the live stream, remember, is an entry. The winner will be drawn at the end of our season of RUT Live, and this is a sweet prize. These blinds are so much easier to set up than like your standard redneck plastic blind. You know, you don't have to have a tractor to put the thing in the field.
Nope.
You can do it on your own. Pack it in on a 4-wheeler, set it up, you're done.
We set up that one in the picture. We set up in like an hour and a half, 2 hours. Me, Ross, and Mike just drove it out in the bed of the truck, and she's ready to rock.
Right.
With any purchase of our Booner Blend coffee from our website during the RUT Live, you'll be entered in to win a HHA Rise bow sight. I would highly recommend jumping on that because I don't think we had that many people purchase coffee. So not only do you get good coffee, but you got a really good shot at winning probably the best bow sight on the market, in my opinion.
I'd agree with you. HHA is an awesome company.
And they do a lot for veterans and first responders, and part of our coffee proceeds go to the same place.
Buy some coffee.
Bye.
And don't forget, guys, any purchase of the new limited edition Deer Camp hat in conjunction with the Leaky John Boat Company will be entered to win a tethered 4-pack of sticks.
The one sticks, the lightest stick on the market, baby.
Lightest stick on the market. How about
Pretty
that?
much all I've been using all year. They're not
Get
cheap
after it.
sticks, but they are by far the best climbing stick I've ever used. So
Yep. And again, these hats are sweet. So
yeah, they're
you
awesome
win.
hats.
You win no matter what. You
It's a
get a cool
win-win.
hat. Get it in that blaze orange just in time for muzzleloader season. Opening up everywhere.
Yeah, buy a bunch of the deer camp ones in blaze orange. Bring them to your Wisconsin, Minnesota, Michigan deer camps. Be a great present.
Or Tennessee deer camps. Appreciate that. We
Yeah.
also hunt.
Haven't y'all been having gun season for the last 2 months or something?
No. No, muzzleloader opened today. And
Oh, okay.
rifle.
I feel like the deer camps in the Midwest are a little more, because the seasons are shorter, more condensed. They're a little more of a, I don't know, tradition or something, but nothing against the South.
Now, I don't know if it's shorter or more condensed. I think seasons are kind of lining up pretty much the same for everybody these days, based on management.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's kind of pretty close. Unless you get down into like Florida, Louisiana, Alabama, sometimes their seasons will stretch out to February.
Yeah, down in Florida, they got seasons starting in July. But
Well, their rut's in July.
yeah,
South Florida.
in South Florida, and then North Florida, it's in January. I've actually hunted Florida before. I got buddies down there, so.
Oh, look at you!
Look at me! I'm a cultured man. I've traveled. I've been places. Hard.
What if, All right, guys, it's time for a little trivia. Remember, any correct answer is entered to win one of our awesome prizes. We've run through them already. We'll run through them again. What crew member recently created an IG account putting out bomb content? Was it A, Jimbo, B, Hunter Jacobs, C, Ben Ferg, or D, Nate Monzik? Throw your answer in for a chance to win one of our awesome prizes.
See how it is. Remember, recently is because a lot of them probably have Instagram accounts, but
yeah,
we're talking about recently.
Yeah. And before we end this episode, we'll blast them out.
Yeah, we'll get some followers for whoever that person is. They need all the loving they can get.
All right, guys, we're going to check back in with Mancl a little bit for a second here. And B. All right, Chucky. What's going to
What's
happen
going on?
here? Who's going to kill?
Who's going to kill? I mean, I think Brennen, has a great chance of having a big buck in front of him. Will he kill, or will he try to hold off for an even bigger deer? I don't know. But he's always got good deer, so
I'm
and he's
hoping that
always on.
giant. I'm hoping that giant that Mancl just recently discovered shows up.
Oh, I would love to see that. Even if he doesn't get a shot, I want to see this deer on film. But it's tough, public land. But it's the rut. Anything can happen.
That's funny because I hardly ever had pictures of that deer coming through there.
Well, we got some great comments. We got one. Aiden thinks Brennan's going to kill. And Hicks and Sticks thinks Mike's going to knock one down. So, I mean, it'd be awesome if they both did. But back to the gun season, muzzleloader talk. Max said, muzzle losing in my area now, but rifle is opening a couple counties away. I'm guessing he's down in the south. We got some comments from North Carolina talking about weather. All those southern states got a little different gun seasons than the Midwest.
I won't even mess around carting them. When I had a pack mule like you, what I need a cart for.
He wants to know, how often are you rattling or grunting in Iowa? Every 20, 30 minutes? If you see a deer, that's when I would rattle or grunt. Otherwise, I would say an hour or two. I don't know. It depends how slow it is. If it's slow, I would just throw one out, but that's what I was doing yesterday, and we ordered up a nice fork, the only deer we saw all morning, so.
Yeah, could you do that? Could you sing that one more time for us, Charlie? I know that the viewers did not get. Yeah, that'd be great.
Well, I want to make sure that this is recorded so I can submit it to American Idol. But
oh, perfect.
I'll sing if we see some bucks chasing. I'll sing to the deer.
All right.
All right. But I assume Brennan's got the decoy out there, but I don't see it in the frame.
Goulash has got a deke out too, doesn't he?
I believe so. Goulash had the deke out like all week. Mike sounds like he's trying to call in a moose or something.
He's got a broken dough can that he blows in because it doesn't work. I've got one just like it.
Yeah. How to blow, Scott?
I'm not sure what happened there, but how to blow Scott was not part of the conversation at all.
Sorry, Scott was talking about blowing a doe call. My bad. Oh, back to moose calling.
He's really getting after it.
He is.
Giving it his all.
Oh, he's got Jimbo in the stand, and the man loves to call.
Oh, yeah.
I learned that yesterday. He wanted to tickle the ivories every 20 minutes.
Tickle the ivories. Goodness. They'd be the ebonies for him, right?
Yeah, because he uses black racks only. According to Jimbo, anything else is junk. Not worth bringing out. It's not a black rack. Which is not a sponsor or anything, just Jimbo's opinion.
Well, they've got to sound better than actual antlers.
I don't know. You got to do it for like at least 3 minutes straight.
Well, he's got that covered for sure. He likes to clack on those things
For
for extended periods.
He was crushed yesterday when Mike dropped his out of the tree.
They might be napping.
But if you got deer responding, rattling deer in is, oh, it's so fun.
That's something I've never really attempted a whole lot.
It's definitely situational, and some areas are better. I've never rattled anything in Wisconsin, but down here in Iowa, I have.
Yeah. I hope so. I hope Brennen's swiping right now.
Oh, no, he's playing deer? Looking sniper.
685 yards.
People often ask, like, what do you do? Like, just don't you get bored sitting in a tree stand all day? This is what we do.
That's amazing.
Smoked him,
Is
though.
his name on that game Bob Lee Swagger, or is that part of the game?
Maybe it's a character you can be. I don't know.
Shooter, one of the best movies of all time.
Yeah, the show is decent, but not as nearly as good as the movie.
Nah.
No.
Coincidentally, in that movie, when they go to visit the old man in Athens, Tennessee,
oh yeah,
that's about where I could throw a stone to from here.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, because he's up in the Appalachians or Smokies, I guess.
Patron state of shooting shit. Yeah. You know what I mean?
You ever seen the
Oh God, that's such a great quote.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and he's talking about burying the bodies outside of Terralingua.
Well,
Is that by you?
No.
Start distracted.
Where's Terralingua?
I think it's Texas. I don't know. I think so. I don't know. But Mark Wahlberg's character in the movie is like, well, how do you know? He said, I still got the shovel.
Yeah, it is. I'm going to have to watch that movie tonight. Now I'm all fired up on
It's so good,
Shooter.
man. So good. Anton Fuqua is the director or producer of that movie, and he's fire on everything he does.
What else has he done?
Oh, Lord. Google it.
Google it. Juggle that.
See, I'm
Google
working
it.
towards getting a more powerful gun. That's why it's taking me 2 shots to knock him down.
I think he did Equalizer with Denzel Washington.
Most of them are playing.
Pretty good movie.
I'm pretty sure he did. Or it might have been Time to Kill or one of those Denzel movies, but
Yeah.
solid.
A lot of action in Equalizer.
Yeah.
Non-stop. Yeah, his name is Bob Lee Swagger in the game.
I saw that.
Yep.
Send it. That one was intense.
We got a comment saying, first time in a minute I've seen B shoot a gun.
Yeah. That's a fact.
Yeah, I don't think he shot anything with a gun in a couple of years, so
Well, he's got right hands where his left hands ought to be, and right eyes where his left eyes ought to be. And
Yeah,
gets
but you think shooting a gun would be easier than shooting a bow like that. That's why he looks like our pirate. He's got an eye patch on.
Yeah, he's a special man. First grown man I've ever seen to hold a spinning reel upside down. Every
No
time.
way.
Oh, yeah.
I fished with him a little bit in Illinois this year, and he held it normally.
I threaded the needle.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
I think I got him.
Oh, we got a comment about where Telenuga. How do you say it? Telenuga is?
Terra-Lingua.
Terra-Lingua, northwest of the Golden Triangle in Texas. Thanks.
I knew it was Texas. Yes.
I don't know where the Golden Triangle is in Texas, but
I like to refer to Texas as Tennessee Junior. It pisses people off real bad. They're very proud of Texas, but also Texas would be Mexico if it weren't for a bunch of volunteers from Tennessee.
that came down and that's true. That's why you guys
Showed
are
them
volunteer
how.
state.
Yes, sir.
If there are some Texans listening, the comments would just be blowing up with hate on Tennessee. I'm sure.
I'm sure.
They got some pride down there.
Well, hey, they picked orange for their color. They just didn't know what orange is supposed to look like.
Who had it first?
Imagine
All the
westward.
volunteers.
Imagine westward expansion. You tell me who had it first.
Which university came first?
Tennessee.
Okay, I'll give it to you guys. You guys' orange is cooler.
Yeah, it's not burnt.
Burnt orange.
It's cooked just right.
What do they say in the blind side? I just hope I don't see in that god awful orange or something like that.
Yeah. Around here, all the Tennessee haters say they choose that orange so you can play football on Saturday, go hunting on Sunday, and pick trash up on the highway on Monday.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
All good things. I've never
All
understood
good
the insult.
things. Yeah. All things that need to be done.
That's what I'm saying.
Dylan's sitting over there, bundled up. Looks like the kid from the movie Up.
You follow fishing much? Like you do
pro
much
fishing?
Nah, do you fish much?
Yeah, I fish. I used to fish way more than I hunted. Now I changed a bit, but I still fish a lot.
I saw an article pop up today from Outdoor Life saying two guys from Lakeland, Tennessee got busted with a few more crappie than they should have had.
How many is a few more?
141 over the limit.
Couple bonus rounds.
That's a few. It's a couple. Man, I bet their cookouts are huge. The whole town probably comes.
I commented.
What's the crappie limit in Tennessee? Probably like 20 a person?
15 a person.
15?
Yeah, they had 171 between the two of them.
What do you do with that many crappie?
I'll show you.
I'll show you. Come down to Tennessee and I'll show you what we do with that many crappie.
No, I commented on it and said they should be jailed and the location of that spot made public. It only seems fair.
There's one guy who got caught poaching and had to pay a bunch of fines and stuff. I think it was out west. And in his sentencing, he has to go to jail for the 7 days of gun season or whatever every year for 20 years. He's not in jail, but he has to report to jail and sit in jail for those 5 or 7 days.
They call that furlough for y'all that have never broke the law.
You got something back here.
Yeah, something creeping around.
I can't tell what it is. Here he comes.
Oh yeah.
Moving
I
across
saw
the
some
screen,
white.
left to right.
I
That looks
see
like a rack.
tines.
That looks like a decent buck.
Young guy, but heck yeah.
Yeah.
I'd shoot him.
I would shoot him. He's looking active. No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't shoot him. Maybe. Depends. With any luck, my gun wouldn't shoot or I'd miss. So
I'd shoot him for sure. We had a really good lease in Kentucky for a year or two, and it kind of ruined me for deer. Like I was passing bucks that I never would have passed before.
What part of Kentucky? Like northern Kentucky, eastern,
Shelby
western?
County.
I don't know where that is. I don't think anybody here knows where that is.
Jack Harlow does.
Is that where he's from?
Yeah. But this
Where is
ain't
that?
no
Is that by
Dixie
Louisville?
Chicks. Yeah, pretty close.
Okay.
Just
My
south.
sister used to live in
I
Louisville.
think Louisville is Shelby County.
Okay.
Pretty sure. But
Of course you go, Jack Harlow knows where it is.
why would I? Why
Well,
of course.
Well, I was like, where is it? You're like, that's Jack Harlow. Like, what? That's not an answer. He doesn't tell me at all where it is. Hey, here we go. It looks like a great 2-year-old.
Yep. Neck's already thickened up for sure.
Oh, yeah. They're all like that down here right now. Mike is having better luck down here than me, that's for sure. I sat yesterday morning till about 10:30, rattled in a fork. I was in a great spot, didn't see a single other deer. He went and sat across the river from me, probably only like 500 yards. Before they were set up, they'd seen 7 deer, including a shooter. And then this morning he went out with Jimbo and I slept in and he saw 9 bucks.
Course.
Of course. We got someone saying wheeze at him.
He's been wheezing. he had the old flex tone out. I saw it. I don't know why people carry those.
What? Short
Like,
wheeze?
yeah, you just did it. Like I do the same thing. I just use my mouth.
Well, like Mike's is connected to his grunt, so it just amplifies.
Yeah.
It just amplifies it. I mean, I wouldn't
Does it?
carry.
Are you an acoustic
Yeah.
expert?
Yeah.
Is that
I know how like bullhorns work. Like the.
yeah, but it's
It's
a little
science, okay? Jeez.
Your mouth is bigger than the flex tone opening.
I hands down think that it makes it louder.
Okay.
And it's on his buck roar or whatever his grunt call is. So like I get it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't just bring a snort wheeze alone, but
I have the same call. I just don't ever really use it. I was gifted a grunt call made out of maple, like a wooden one from an Amish guy that I know pretty well, and I love it. It's the best sounding grunt call I've ever had.
An Amish guy made it for you, huh?
Yeah.
Do Amish people hunt?
Why am I getting a RUT Live Snapchat audio call right now? Anybody know? Let's see.
That's Spitz.
Elliott.
Yeah, the boys are trying to get in touch with us, I guess.
People commenting.
It looks like Mike might have a different deer, or do they just wrap around the tree with the camera?
I don't think it's the same deer. I
I just saw movement above.
I was picking up some comments that were saying it's a decent buck, so I'm thinking this might be a different deer.
Hey, that last one was a decent buck.
I know. Shut
for
up.
For you down in Tennessee, at least. There he is. We got a deer.
Yeah, that was an 8-year-old 180 for me.
We got some movement. I think that's the same buck.
This wind is not consistent at all.
Looks like it's that same buck.
Yep.
Working his way in.
Yep, you're right. Now that I got a good view, I can tell.
I think Jimbo just had to give the camera the old wrap around the tree.
Just a quick reach around
Yeah.
between Jimbo and Mancl.
Mhm.
Understand. All right, we got. We're going to go back to some comments on the live here. Thank you guys again for tuning in. Dale Hayslip says $10,500 in fines. They were foreigners. The crappie fishermen.
Oh, okay. I was a little confused.
That's Outdoor Life. Like the title of the article was Lakeland, Tennessee residents, and I knew that wasn't true because actual Tennessee residents don't get caught.
They know how to avoid.
No, yeah. So good intel. Appreciate that deal. We've got Steve in Holland saying like 5 Tennessees fit inside of Texas.
Probably more than that, honestly. But they're both cool states. Can we stop fighting about it? Jeez.
No, I love Texas, man. I just like to give them a hard time. Hicks and sticks, let them get open. See if you change your mind. Talking about Mancl's little buck there. John Seymour, just judging from the text here, seems like he might be a gay gentleman, which we're fine with. In Michigan, you call the local road commission.
They answer.
Yeah, they answer. I'm just kidding, John. Spitzley set you up for that.
You kill them, we grill them. That is a very Michigan answer. I'm guessing John works for the road commission. He's probably eating a little too much roadkill, and that's why he's writing like that.
No, that's a fact, man. I grew up in Michigan, lived in Michigan.
See down this tree line.
While I was
you ate roadkill?
like-
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. While I was in high school, like as a young driver, I bet I hit 4 deer.
I have never hit a deer. I've been so close so many times.
It's nonstop
I'm
in Michigan. And that is also part of the shitty attitude I have about everyone who thinks it's so hard to kill a mature buck in Michigan.
You're like, I've done it 4 times.
Yeah, dude. Really?
For Pinto.
Take a ride after 11 p.m.
Like, do you know how many first dates these deer ruined for me?
None, sir.
None. 'Cause you
Not
probably
a
never
single
had
one. I salvaged them all.
Salvage them. What? The deer or the date?
Yeah.
Yeah. There needs to be a woman in the car for it to be a date, but.
We're going to take a quick commercial break while I slap Chucky around for his comments.
All right.
After this roll down.
Hey guys, hope you're enjoying the action here on RUT Live. At the end of the season, our grand prize this year is going to be an 8-foot tower stand from Cage Blinds. All you got to do to enter is comment on any of the live streams and your name's going to be in the hat. Good luck, and good luck this fall.
All right, welcome back, everybody. RUT Live back at you, brought to you by Vortex Optics and HHA Sports. And also my gay friend Chucky and Scott behind the scenes, keeping it wired, keeping us going. We're checking in with Mancl and Brennen.
There might be someone on the field there for Brennen. Unless there's just, nope, I take that back. There's just crap on my screen.
Oh.
I saw a black dot. Turns out it was just some leftover pasta from last night or something. I don't know.
Stephen Holland is asking what part of Iowa is the hardest draw? To my
Southeast is the toughest draw. I forget what the unit number is. It's like 5, I think, but that's where we're at. It's a big unit. It covers a lot of counties, but yeah, it's the southeast.
Oh, if anybody can handle a big unit, I'm sure it's
it's me. Why do you think I moved here?
No, but it's so depending on the unit in the county, whatever. Mm-hmm. It's all for non-residents. You have to have how many points?
Depends on the unit.
Put in for 4 years. Last I knew. It's
no,
more
I mean
than that.
everyone says that. Like certain units are a couple less points, a couple are a couple more. But I mean they all are multiple. And like a late muzzleloader tag or a shotgun season tag is a couple less points. But then if you put in for first or second shotgun, that's a 4 or 8 day season, plus a bow season we got all year. But
and if you get drawn, what's that non-resident tag? Like $800?
I think it's 500 and something, but it costs $100+ a year to put in. So
right, okay, that's why I was thinking 8.
Yeah, it's gonna end up running you like what an elk tag is, or so.
Without the fun.
Without going to the beautiful mountains.
Yeah.
Is this heaven? No, it's Iowa.
You build it, they'll come.
Yep. The southeast part is, in my opinion, the prettiest part, and it is probably the best hunting. You got more hardwoods, more rolling hills. Where I went to school in like the northern central part of the state, man, it was flat, hardly any trees, but
one thing I noticed you're doing though is you're not zooming in enough because you're punching in and you're thinking it's zoomed in more.
Sean Larson's in the blind with his wife.
Aw.
That's
so
awesome,
cute.
dude. Heck yeah. I drag my wife out once in a while.
The bucks are rutting, and so is he. In the blind.
When a deer's coming in. And that just helps you keep your framing and your focus in line better.
Dill's about to tickle the antlers.
What in the wax museum shit is he doing?
Hey, I had a pair of those. Doesn't sound like he's banging them too loud.
You should probably keep that to yourself.
Yeah. I'm young. It's okay.
These are this season's new First Light plastic antlers.
I'm pretty sure you took that off like a kid's toy, but
no, that's 3D Target. I bet they still have. I bet they still have the little prongs on the base.
Probably the one you get at like Farm and Fleet or Tyson's. He's just trying to make Jimbo proud. That's it.
John Seymour says Field of Dreams is the best movie ever made.
You would think that,
Changed my
John.
mind. Yeah.
Let's live in the past a little more, John.
Let me tell you a secret, real quick.
It's not a
Baseball
true
sucks.
story.
Baseball is gay.
I'm not a big baseball guy, but
No. I actually am. I played baseball as a kid. I don't like
I
watching
played
it
when I
on
was
TV,
young, but no.
but I like watching it in person. And
There's fun
Tennessee's
games to go to.
really good at baseball
Yeah,
in the
great
last few
college.
years.
Same with Vanderbilt, both great college baseball programs.
Yep. It's fun to watch them duke it out.
Oh, I bet. Pretty much the only thing besides grades Vanderbilt's good at, but
They had a pretty good run at basketball for a while, but
no.
not
Well,
lately.
Really, the only sport I follow closely is
Tummy
football.
sticks?
Oh, what do we got here? A
A little trash panda.
I was gonna say chunky trash panda right there. Oh, having a little bit of technical difficulties.
Switching over to Dylan.
Getting after it with the grunt call. Why is he making eye contact with us when he calls?
I don't know. It's super awkward.
He's trying to make me feel some kind of way.
Yeah. I feel like he's grunting at me.
Back to you, Dylan.
All right, John Seymour.
All right, he's back.
You're one of my new best friends.
This is an exceptional catcher right here. I think he's talking about baseball. I don't know.
And we don't call him Spitz because of his catching.
I see deer. Really? On the opposite side of that bean field. Oh, God.
Oh, sounds like Randingo might see a deer way out there.
Two of them, yeah.
Someone just said, not sure what that movie is, but those rattling antlers he's got there. But what are those rattling antlers? How do you not know what Field of Dreams is, dude? Babe Cack.
Man, I'm sure he does. He just didn't catch the reference.
Maybe that's it. Otherwise, I would watch Field of Dreams tonight. It is a classic.
No, it's not. It's all right.
Well, I mean, it's still a very known movie. I feel like people can watch.
If it weren't for Dances with Wolves, I would have no idea what Field of Dreams was.
Yeah. I don't know. Field of Dreams is just like such a quotable movie. Even if you don't really like it, you should know some of the quotes. I don't know. I would say it's worth a watch.
Would you? Would you call it creamy?
Yeah.
You've
just
used
like
that adjective
dough.
earlier in this episode.
Yeah, well, that dough was creamy. She was cream colored. But to follow up on David's comment, I don't know what Dylan's rattling antlers are. Those are...
Dude, for real, I think those are 3D target antlers.
We're getting word here from behind the scenes that they are from a 3D target.
Shooter buck, if I had to guess the model.
The 3D shooter buck, available at every local hardware store for $109.99.
Or on Facebook Marketplace for $50. Yeah.
If you drive around your local small town, you'll probably see like 10 of them rotting in people's yards.
Jessica Slaminski, thank you for tuning in as always. Good to see a regular. She says, I think he grabbed those antlers from the toy department.
I think he did too. Well, now it looks like Mike is tickling the antlers. Jimbo is probably nagging at him, telling him he's got to bust out the black racks. I'm really pulling for Schellpfeffer here tonight. Spent a lot of time behind the camera for Elliott Smith, so.
Yeah, that'd be nice to see.
Maybe I'll start making like custom t-shirts for who I'm cheering for on that night's RUT Live. Get like a big picture of Elliott's face. Make him a little sign or something.
I'll wear a shirt that says "Go Dudes." Tom Hartlieb says, I don't know how y'all are missing this Iowa versus Northwestern shootout right now.
Shut up, Tom. That's one of my good friends. You know why, Tom? Because Iowa blows. Go State.
You know why, Tom? Because they play football in the South. I don't know what they do up there.
Nah, you know what they do? They run the ball and play defense. That's Iowa football. Most boring offense. I'm kidding.
I
Tom?
have a lot of family that are huge Big Ten supporters.
Yeah, well, that's what I grew up.
I always like to shoot them. I have a meme in my phone that I send every year. And I probably shouldn't even tell you what it is. Never mind.
Well, I gotta give
the show is gonna be canceled if I tell you what it is.
Okay, I gotta give Tom a shout out. He rattled in a great buck earlier this week and knocked him down.
John Holmes has entered the chat.
Travis Dank said, took the tour at Field of Dreams. If you have kids, fantastic place to go. Dyersville, Iowa. I've never actually been there. I drive by it all the time when I like to exit on my way home, but I have heard it's an awesome place to go.
Max Fox saying Biscuit Eater was a favorite movie of his when he was a kid. Made in the 30s. It's about a poor kid and his bird dog that ends up winning national field trials. That'd be cool. And Jessica Sleminski saying Grumpy Old Men is a classic that you have to watch. Amen to that.
That is definitely a Midwest classic.
Yeah. Also the original Dennis the Menace with Walter Matthau. Classic.
I feel like people in like the South wouldn't get Grumpy Old Men. Like I feel like it would kind of go over their heads.
Yeah.
Some of the humor, they'd be like, what are they? I don't get it.
It'd just be a picture of a grave. That's how people argue here.
No ice. Wait, is it the first one or the second one where it's all like they're ice fishing all the time?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
I think it's the first one.
I think you're right.
Yeah. So that part, they'd probably be like, "What is this?" They'd be like, "Why are they sitting on the water?"
Yeah. Wasn't just Jesus. Northern folks walk on water all the time.
We do. We drive on that.
You're right.
Roundhead said magic hour. Well, down here we got over an hour, definitely Roundhead. But
Roundhead lives in Wisconsin. That's
okay.
Jeremiah Plansky, the Pumpkin Man.
Roundhead.
He's a longtime friend.
Okay. Jessica said the first one is ice fishing for grumpy old men, not grumpier old men. So yeah, again, yeah.
Grumpy old men, grumpier.
Yeah, I said not grumpier old men. Okay. So,
No, I met Jeremiah up there at Deerfest in Wisconsin several years ago.
Where's
Dylan's-
Deerfest? Is that the one in Oshkosh?
No,
Where is that?
keep going.
Jason and Doe.
Well, the one in Madison. Well, it's not in Madison anymore. It's in the Dells. That's Wisconsin.
That wasn't
Deer and Turkey Expo.
Right, the old outdoor life.
Oshkosh, Fond du Lac. I think I swore Deerfest was in like Oshkosh or Appleton or.
Yeah, I think it might have been Appleton.
Okay, they're close.
Okay.
I'm just so glad to see Dylan's pretty face looking all happy in the tree.
Shut the other one.
But that particular Deer Fest was the same weekend as the big Packers like spring game or whatever it is that they have. They open the doors to everybody.
Spring game, for sure. I've been to a lot of those.
Attendance wasn't great. I drove 12 hours to compete with the Packers. It was fantastic.
Yeah, then you're definitely up in the Fox Valley. John Seabor, back with more comments, and you know you're from Michigan if you watch Escanaba in the Moonlight before every gun season opener.
Oh, amen, dude.
I've never seen that movie.
Are you serious?
No, but I've been to
Jeff
Escanaba.
Daniels, prime role.
Isn't he from the UP?
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome actor.
Yep. That's a fantastic movie, John. My Chevy shook a shit.
I don't get it.
You will if you watch it.
It's a comedy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You ever seen Jeff Daniels in like a serious role?
Yeah, he kills it.
He's really good.
Yeah, there was a show he had on HBO, and one of the intros for one of the episodes was him giving a speech to a high school. And he was talking about how America has fallen. It was amazing.
So I heard this story from him on the internet, like every millennial does. But he was talking about the first time he ever met Clint Eastwood, and Clint Eastwood like came up to him and he's like, Jeff. And he's like, that Dumb and Dumber movie. And he's like, well, I've been in a lot of like serious movies. I do other stuff. He's like, the bathroom scene, that exact same thing happened to me when I was like 30. Something like that.
Me too.
Clint Eastwood's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
If you don't know what the bathroom scene is from Dumb and Dumber, that's your homework. Watch that movie. We had another comment. Oh, yeah, Deerfest is in Oshkosh, Silver Badger said. I thought it was. Jessica said, and in Wisconsin, the Friday before rifle, you hear the 30-point buck all over the radio. You know that song, Carrots? The 30-point buck?
Oh, yeah. Yes. Yes.
I
Yeah,
feel
I've heard
like-
that for sure. We've been saying Simbor wrong. Simbor. The E is silent. Simbor. John Simbor. We apologize. We'll get it right.
The Silver Badger said Charlie Behrens, who is a Wisconsin treasure.
Yeah, he's the presidential wannabe, right?
What?
Is that right?
Charlie Behrens? He
Oh,
makes,
no,
he makes
no,
those
no.
funny like
Yep,
Instagram
yep, yep.
videos. He's a comedian.
Charlie
so.
Kirk. I was thinking
Yeah,
Charlie
totally
Kirk.
different guy. I feel like in
Charlie
Wisconsin,
Behrens
like
is.
a go-to would be like watching Tommy Boy or something.
Yeah, that's Ohio. Sandusky.
Yeah, but Chris Farley's from Madison, so.
Do you know his cousin is the CEO of Ford?
Do you know he was in my dad's class in high school?
What?
Yeah, he went to my high school.
Really?
He was in my dad's class, yeah. My dad got in People magazine because they had Chris's football photo like zoomed in on him, and my dad's like in the lower right corner, so he's like, yeah, I'm in People magazine.
That's awesome.
But yeah, our school, my school that I went to, I went to the same school, and they're very proud of that fact that he went there, even though they kicked him out, but then they let him back in. But
Kevin Trent says his little cousin got a nice 8-point in East Tennessee this morning.
Hey, there we go.
Picks or it didn't happen, bro.
In the mountains. Most of East Tennessee is mountainous, right? Or hilly at least?
There's a little bit of everything.
Okay.
It depends on how east you go.
Yeah.
The further east you get, the more mountainous it is.
When I think of East Tennessee, I think of like the Smokies. So.
Yeah. Well, you're thinking right. I'm sitting probably 20 minutes from Cherokee National Forest.
Okay. Well, that's pretty east, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But if you go away from the mountains, it's all ag.
Ag?
Flat. Yep.
Well, I know like Western Tennessee is flat and ag, so I don't know. I haven't been down to Tennessee since I was pretty young, so.
I think all they do in Western Tennessee is dove hunt and talk about how fancy they are.
And talk about the next big country singer, go to Broadway or something.
That's Central.
Oh, I guess, yeah. Well, that's Central more. I consider Nashville in the western part because it's flat, but.
It's like dead center.
Yeah.
My wife is actually in Nashville right now with her little sister for her bachelorette party. Excuse me.
Isn't that where everybody goes for the bachelorette parties?
Yes. All right, we got a little bit of action here with Elliott still going on. Going to keep an eye on B as well, but we're going to grab our trivia question again, give you guys another refresher on what that is and how to win one of these awesome prizes that we have. We'll run through those as well in just a few minutes. But here comes the trivia question. What crew member recently created an IG account putting out bomb content? A. Jimbo, B. Hunter Jacobs, C. Ben Ferg, or D. Nate Monzik? Get your answer in for a chance to win one of our awesome prizes. Do, 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 do. And don't forget, guys, as always, every trivia answer is entered to win the grand prize. We've got coffee we're giving away. If you buy a bag of coffee, you'll be entered to win one of our... we got some activity here. Give me 1 second. Buy a bag of coffee and you'll be entered to win the HHA Rise site. Buy one of our new Deer Camp hats and you'll be entered to win a pack of sticks from Tethered. Charlie, what do you think?
What's that?
Who's the newest content creator putting out bomb content?
Well, I know who it is. I'm not going to say. But I will say their content is pretty good.
I actually don't know this because I am never on Instagram anymore these days.
I bet you could guess.
Yeah? Does it have anything to do with flowing locks of hair?
Well, I don't want to give away too much.
Bunch of deer just ran through the grass field.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of the same answer. I hope everybody's right.
Jessica Slominski says, are you still in a hotel, Josh, or are you finally in your new home? I've been in my new home. I just can't get signal
His
or
wife just won't
internet.
let him stay there.
Unbelievable.
No, I purposefully live where no one can reach me. But unfortunately, I've got to venture out to connect with y'all.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Still in the illustrious Sweetwater Hotel.
Beautiful. Is Mike on a deer? Or what are they?
Coming back.
No, I'm pretty sure you do live in a hotel though, right?
Yeah, 100%.
That's your permanent residence.
Yeah.
You
Well,
you just really love the room service in the morning and the continental breakfast.
you got to have somewhere to go when your wife's upset, you know?
It's good to live near a hotel then.
Little buck. She's coming though.
You think, does Mancl have some movement? I mean, they've been pointing at that same spot.
Manuel Weber says Yukon Cornelius should be hunting with a self bow made from walrus bones and backed with caribou hide. Amen.
Just so everyone knows, Brennen lives in Iowa. He does not live in the Yukon. He might look the part, or try to look the part, but... Is Manuel our buddy from the Yucatan?
Yes. Yep.
That's our boy?
Yep. As always, we appreciate you tuning in. Someday, maybe we'll get down there and mess around with some coot deer or something like that. You know, I don't know if they have those down as far south as the Yucatan.
No. They do have whitetails in the Yucatan though. Very, very tiny, small subspecies of whitetail. Not a lot of them, but
Yeah.
but they do have ocellated turkeys, the ones that look like.
Sign me up.
Dude, I've been to the Yucatan before. The fishing and the water, oh, beautiful.
Yeah. Yep. Never did any fishing, but honeymoon down there and rode horses all over the beach and all that nonsense. It was a good time.
Yeah, the Yucatan's beautiful.
Did a lot of cenote diving.
Oh yeah,
there,
I've been to a
was
cenote down there
amazing.
too. I've been to Belize too, like
Oh, aren't you fancy?
I was literally on an island that connects to Mexico, so let's relax. I was like 5 miles from Mexico. Manuel, do you hunt down there?
He does. He's talked to us about it before.
Oh, yes?
I think he does a little trapping as well, if I'm not wrong.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, my wife and I have been talking quite a bit lately about how I wish we could have taken our honeymoon now.
Yeah.
Like when we were young and stupid, we didn't appreciate it for what it was.
Now when you're busy all the time and you got kids
4
and
kids.
stuff.
Sign me up for
You
a
have
little
4?
Riviera Maya. Hell yeah.
Ooh. Oh, where are we going, Jimbo?
Yeah, dude. 4. At a minimum. Do you know how fun it is to make them?
Ask the deer. That's what they're trying to do right now. Manuel said in the Yucatan they have brown brocket and red brocket deer. I have heard of brocket deer. I know there's a small section of whitetail down there.
No way. Manuel says he's a former deer ecologist. Awesome.
Now he's a disease ecologist. Manuel, you gotta hang out sometime, preferably down in Mexico.
What does a disease ecologist do?
Probably studies diseases in nature, wildlife. I don't know.
I know. I for sure, but it's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, up in Wisconsin, we got CWD like crazy.
No,
so
you
there's
don't.
probably a
No,
lot.
you don't. No, you don't. Do
No,
not
we
get me
don't?
started. No,
I mean, I don't want to get started, but we do have like where I hunt at, we have a lot of deer test positive for CWD.
Do
Whether
ya?
that yeah, like
Did you have a lot of people testing positive for COVID as well?
yeah, a lot of ones that were in car accidents.
I was looking at a post that Dr. James Kroll had on his Facebook, I think yesterday, or maybe earlier today, just reaching for information about CWD rates in Buffalo County and trying anyone who's ever seen a dead CWD buck or doe, whatever, in Buffalo County, please submit a picture.
Oh, I've heard him talk about that before. Yeah,
Not one, never got one.
I've never gotten one. We've had a deer that on my family's property that we shot because it was acting really weird. We could walk right up to it. It did test positive for CWD. Was that what was causing it to act weird? I've never seen another deer, and we've killed a lot of deer that test positive, so I don't know. But
And also, how different is it from EHD? I mean, the symptoms.
I don't. I mean, they're. I don't want to like talk too much on it because like I'm not.
You're not a scientist?
I'm not a scientist, so I don't really know. Well, we got a buck here.
There we go. Same one. Looks like the same one to me. Same one.
That's the same one. No, that's a different deer. We're on Elliott.
I can't see him.
Manuel's talking about he's studying tick-borne diseases and mosquito-borne diseases in wildlife. Well, they do have a lot of mosquitoes down that part. That's actually super interesting.
Bean field behind the Oak Ridge.
That is very interesting.
He was wondering about CWD. CWD, Manuel, is a very hot-button topic, but where I grew up hunting, we had a lot of it, but does it? I don't know. I'm not a biologist, so I don't really want to talk too much on it, but
You saw a lot of it, or you heard there was a lot of it?
we had a lot of positive tests. Did it affect the way the deer lived? They all seemed fine. We never found, I hardly find any deadheads, so I don't.
Yeah.
Maybe,
That's always been my argument.
Yeah, we used to be really weird about it, and we had a lot. Like years 2 out of 3 deer were testing positive, but we were never finding dead deer on our property. You know, so I don't know.
What he's afraid to say, Manuel, is that it's not an issue.
I'm not afraid to say that. I don't think it's an issue. It's just something. It's a hot button issue that I don't really get, and I don't want to fire people up and get people all like mad on something I don't fully understand. But in my opinion, it's not the end of the world. Jessica said depends on the county for CWD. Quite a few in Marietta and Menominee. Where I grew up hunting, and I don't want to say the county, but southwest part of the state, my county had very high positive rates, and the adjacent county, I think, might have been the highest in the state.
Yeah.
But like I said, when I walk around down here in areas where EHD hits bad, we find a lot of deadheads. I never really find many deadheads up there, so.
Well, the state of Tennessee, the TWRA, Wildlife Resources Association, is right now involved in a lawsuit for falsifying information on CWD testing.
Huh.
So you think they're the only ones?
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know enough to like sitting here telling people this is what's going on, what's not going on, but
right.
Just from what I've seen, and like I said, I grew up hunting in an area that has a lot of positive rates, but
no deadheads.
Yeah. So
yeah.
It is what it is. I mean, it's gonna be something that lives on forever in the hunting industry.
Yeah, it sucks, and people are still kind of slow to catch on to the fact, but our government is prone to giving you information that's not technically true, especially when it comes to diseases. I don't know if you all remember COVID.
People definitely also, when they hear stuff, is
spread it.
And people, for better or worse, like to jump to more negative conclusions, which I mean, it's human instinct, but just do your own research, get your own opinion.
Yeah, for sure. I got into a real crappy argument with a guy one time on a QDMA page like 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
About CWD. His name was Terry Singletary, and turns out he's not even a person. It was a bot.
A robot.
It was a bot that was just posting constant shit about CWD on every hunting page across the internet. And I tracked it down and got him removed from Facebook, or got that bot removed.
There's a lot of people that are very strong opinionated both ways on it. So I don't know. I'm just gonna stay in my lane and not really affecting me, and I'm in a highly affected area, so I'm not gonna.
We don't need smart guys to be quiet, Charlie. Speak up.
I mean, like I said, it doesn't really affect me, so I don't really care.
I know, man. I just like talking about hot topics. Hot topics.
Is that your favorite store to shop at?
Yeah. 100%.
I bet it is. I've seen
I love black fringe.
Your choker necklaces. And...
Jessica says, are any of you guys in Tennessee? I am.
Yeah, I am. I'm not. Yeah, you need to bring up the southern presence. Sorry, I'm stumbling over my words here.
The southern presence of viewers, or
Yeah,
what do you mean?
viewers.
Yeah, I've got quite a few friends of mine that pay attention, that watch. But it's a weird thing. Like, the whole whitetail hunting industry is so heavily based on the way you hunt whitetails in the Midwest,
Yeah,
that
for sure.
most southern people don't pay attention to it because it doesn't apply. It's not the same.
Yeah,
You know?
there has been like a bit of a presence.
There, yeah, for sure. I just
a newer presence of southern hunters, which I like. We've talked about this before. I like different, new things. So
right. And it's not that southerners don't hunt whitetails, because they
no,
for sure
they do
all day long. It's just
that
not,
makes up a big population of whitetail hunters come from the south.
It's just not the kind of thing Outdoor Life, Field and Stream, Peterson's, any of those are focused on.
Yeah, and the truth is, big bucks sell, and there's
Sure.
more big bucks in the Midwest. So that
Tell that
sells
to the
more.
Primos boys.
Yeah, or the
Pretty
Seek
sure they
One,
clean.
or the Seek One boys.
Yeah, right.
You know,
right.
it's different. You got to work more and get
Shooting
creative.
giants in the
but-
suburbs of Atlanta.
Yeah. Yeah. And people were saying, "Oh, it's so easy. These are hand-fed deer." Mike and I have hunted a little bit, and Ross have hunted in the suburbs a little bit, just trying to shoot does, and it is not as easy. I thought it was going to be easier. They still wind you. They're still weary. They're the same deer, just live in a different habitat.
Yeah, it's easy when you're not a threat. If you're standing in the backyard with a handful of corn,
Yeah,
they're cool. They're cool with you, but they
but if
know the
you're-
difference.
Yeah, but if you're like in their bedding area, all of a
Right.
sudden people don't go in their bedding area. People go in their backyards. You know.
Right. Yeah, that's something I've always wanted to get into. There's just outside of Knoxville here, a little community that's called Farragut, and it's like fancy folks, high dollar, but you can bow hunt within the city limits of Farragut, and no one does it. And I've never talked to anyone that even knew you could.
Huh.
But I've always wanted to have a
Get
good
on
enough
that.
friend to let me throw a stand in their backyard and smoke a giant, you know?
Yeah, the Seek One boys who were just talking about, they've killed some monsters in Nashville.
Nashville?
And in Louisville as well, in Kentucky. But yeah, they killed
Really?
a couple of hammers in Nashville.
I think they're based out of Atlanta, right?
Yeah, that's where they started, and they've kind of grown. They've
Okay.
killed, I think, the last 2 years. Oh, we got a deer here with Brennen, little yearling. But yeah, they've been killing some hammer velvet during that Kentucky or Tennessee velvet season.
Oh, yeah.
Up
In August?
Up in Nashville. Those guys put out some awesome stuff, so give them a look if you don't know who we're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know much about them. I know who they are. I've met them before, but
You have?
yeah. Yep.
I've never met them. I've heard good
they
things
work
about
with
them, so.
they work with some good friends of mine that have a deer supplement company
okay. Yep.
that doesn't sponsor this show.
It doesn't sponsor the show? Oh.
But
Oh yeah, they do some pretty cool stuff.
White gold deer
gold.
feed. Yep, they're out of Clarksville, Michigan. Spitzley probably knows. But Johnson and Family Elevator, they own the elevator. They make a bunch of deer supplements and stuff. Awesome guys.
And they work with
Gabe and John, I think, is his brother. I might be wrong about that, but awesome dudes.
awesome dudes. And they work with the Seek One guys?
Yeah.
And I've heard they're good dudes too.
Yeah. I don't know, Chuck. Looks like a shooter to me.
Yeah, that's a Tennessee 10 right there. I think the Elliots are on something too here.
Yeah, we got a little chasing, a little something going on.
They always are on great deer, but it's hard for them to do the lives. They just don't have the best service up where they're at. I think they might be. No, they're hunting back close to home because they have a piece in Buffalo they can hunt too. But I believe they're up in the eastern part of the state. Can't really tell how big that deer is. Not Brennen's, Schellpfeffer's. I can tell how big Brennen's deer is.
Big enough to eat.
Yeah, teeny little spikes poking through.
I think there's milk dripping off of that deer's mouth.
I believe they call that veal in the butcher industry.
If it's beef.
If it's beef.
Kevin says getting dark quick here in Ohio. It's starting to get a little dark here too.
Still
Sun's
pretty
just
bright
starting to set.
Iowa.
Yeah. Still bright.
Schellpfeffer's got this buck coming in. He's got a snow white snout on him. Come on, Elliott. Yeah. I don't think it's a shooter, but still a good deer.
Still fun to see.
Yeah, he's got a white snout. That's a great buck. Those boys do a lot of management, so.
Look at him, sucking in the air.
Oh yeah, he's been dogging.
How old do you think that deer is?
Oh, here he is. He's on his doe. That deer? 3.
I bet he's older than you think.
You think? I don't know. I'm not good at aging deer.
I'm not either, and I don't really care, but it's fun.
Oh, I care more about aging than scoring a deer. I think it's cool to kill old deer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Look at this guy. I mean, if that doesn't fire you up, I mean.
That's a big deer over there. On the edge of the grass.
Man, it's fun, the rut.
It's the best. It's the best and the worst at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not on the hot doe or in the right area, it can be so slow. But man, when you're on it, it's on.
You'll see bucks you've never seen before, and you'll not be able to predict a damn thing.
My property in Wisconsin, all of our deer, even during the rut, a lot are just showing up right around dark or sunrise. But today I had a nice, probably 4 or 5 year old buck at 120. Yeah, he's on her. He must be getting hot, or
I don't know. A lot of deer.
Jessica Slominski's wondering who's got the big deer on the field edge there. It'd be Goulash with his decoy.
Yeah, it's a decoy. That's
He's a big-bodied son of a bitch, though.
He's light though. He's not that heavy.
Yeah.
You carry him out on your shoulder. Yeah, I think they got that in a bucket food plot. That looks like it didn't. It got browsed down a little too hard. Brandon said 6.5. I would say really gray in the face. I don't know, Brandon. His body wasn't that big. Talking about Schellpfeffer's buck.
Yeah, that seems a little old.
He just had a really great face, but the Elliots, they know their deer pretty well. But you know, coloration doesn't always say the age. I heard Elliott say they didn't know that buck, but they usually are pretty dang good at aging and better than I am and keeping track on deer from year to year.
Jessica's saying one of the boys said there were deer on the edge of the grass. I'm not sure who that was.
Must be Dylan. At Dylan's piece, they can see a super long ways. So I mean,
and he's getting vocal.
Yeah, deer on the edge of the grass could be 200-300 yards away from them. They got a lot of swamp grass. All right, we're gonna have a word from our sponsors here, quick.
The new Edge Pro from Multimobile gives you more control over what you see with features like Live Aim and the industry's first false trigger elimination technology. Live Aim removes the guesswork at setup with a live preview from your camera. And FTE extends battery life and eliminates up to 96% of unwanted images, meaning if deer photos are what you want, deer photos are what you get.
Luminox are brighter, more durable, and with replaceable batteries, the longest-lasting compound and crossbow lighted Nox on the market, period. When your moment of truth comes, rely on the only lighted Nox trusted by the best. Luminox. Light 'em up at luminox.com.
All right, welcome back, guys. Thanks for tuning in for that little word from our sponsors, HHA Sports and Vortex Optics. Make sure and check those guys out. I'm sure most of you already know who they are, but they make fantastic products, and they support us. Checking back in with Brennen and Mancl here.
Dylan's got something chasing, it looks like. He's been very vocal. His property he hunts is pretty open with a lot of swamp grass and stuff that they can see pretty well. Schellpfeffer's got another deer.
There he is. Coming right to us. He's gonna come into this big opening. Right there.
That looks like a good deer. That might be the deer they're after. He's hot on this doe's tail, it looks like. Oh, he's coming right in. Again, sorry for the great Sorry for the grainy footage. It's not the guy's fault at all. It's just the service on their piece is just a little. Years past, we haven't even been able to get live from them. So, but it looks like this buck is. Yeah, I think that's a buck they shoot. Oh man. Ooh, he's putting on a full show for us. Chasing off another buck on the doe.
No, we aren't.
What do you think, Carrots? Looks like a pretty good deer, huh?
Bust him. I have high hopes here, but it looks like he's directionally not.
I don't know. He's been all over the place. He's been fighting off a younger buck over a doe. So, I mean, it looks like he's working away from him, but that could change if that doe gets a little squirrely.
It would make sense if the Elliots go back to back because I gave them such a hard time about their musical preferences.
What did you say about the music?
Their music sucks, but this is fantastic.
What music were they listening to?
I don't know. Some white kid stuff.
Yeah, you're so cultured down there. Telling me I should know where somewhere is because Jack Harlow's from there.
Bitch, I'm from Kentucky, but this ain't no Dixie Chicks. He spells it out, dude.
How about that? Is that a shooter buck for you, Carrots?
Yeah, dude. 100%.
Broadside?
Look at the shoulder definition.
Yeah, that's a DSD decoy right there. That's a top of the line. Probably
They're different. They're a different breed, man.
Yeah.
I first got introduced
we got that buck come back.
To DSD's turkey hunting. Their turkey decoys are nuts.
I mean, that decoy is like $650, that deer one, but man, does it look real. We're back here on the Elliots. They're losing light pretty quick, it looks like.
They are, but gosh, that buck is just cruising all over the place.
He's just on this doe.
A little estrus goes a long way, you know what I mean?
Ooh. Something in the air. Oh, uh-oh.
He's got the right track now. Come on.
All we need is that doe to run behind the tree. Come on, buddy. Ah. Oh, he's coming in.
Yes, he is.
Oh, is this gonna... I don't know where that doe went.
Angela Carmichael says that DSD meat might be a little tough.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to overcook that one. Again, sorry for the grainy footage.
Stick with us.
Their service just isn't the best, but I think this might happen here.
It might, man.
I don't know how far that deer is right now.
That is a freaking stud.
That's a beaut.
Come on.
Oh,
Schellpfeffer, get it done. His dad's name's Todd, right?
I don't know. Is he bedding down? No,
he's thinking. He's thinking about it. That's
man. He's worked up like a 16-year-old at a drive-in, dude. Like
sweating like a whore in church, they say.
There you go. I don't know how far they are, but like
not too far, I'll tell you. Them 600-pound deer you have up north, it's a lot easier.
600 pounds. You're not in Canada. Relax there.
What's he? He is gonna bed.
He's bedding right now. He must be tired. I bet he's been on that doe all day or all afternoon.
Come on, that'd be wild.
I don't know if... Oh my goodness, if he shot him bedded down.
What are your thoughts on that?
Shoot him in the bed?
Yeah.
I got nothing wrong with it.
Fire away.
Have you ever met somebody who hunts out west? That's like, That is like the bread and butter is sneak into their bedroom.
That and being 5'6".
Wow, that buck is wide.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know if that's when they're shooters or not.
If it's not, then I'm not sure I support this program.
I mean, they're out there trying to grow the biggest deer possible. So, I mean, I get it, but I'm also like, shoot the deer!
Yeah. Yeah. If they don't shoot that deer, there's something wrong.
Dale, that is a nice buck. In my book, that is a no doubt.
That's a dead buck, dude.
Shoot him 3 times if you have to. Make sure he's on the wall. In the freezer. I wish I knew how far.
Todd's chiming in. Elliott's dad.
Right there.
Harder watching your kid hunt than hunting yourself. It's hard to watch your kid pass this buck right now, for sure. You're gonna have to have a real talk with him.
I bet Elliott's shaking his boots right now. I would be. Oh no.
I would be too.
Oh no, did he catch onto that doe again? He's working a little away from them. Oh no, now we're losing footage. Or service. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's 80 yards right there, so he was 40 earlier.
I don't know why he didn't shoot. I mean, I wouldn't be shooting at 40, but if I saw that deer in front of me, I'd be shooting at 70, so. Man.
Can't knock him though. His choice to make.
Yep.
Damn it. He made the wrong one.
And if it was 40 and he's not comfortable shooting, I mean, good on him, but I don't know the exact yardage or anything.
I would have fired at 40 with a longbow on that deer.
Yeah, it'd be a once in a lifetime Tennessee deer right there.
I got bigger on the wall.
Oh yeah.
Not by a lot though.
David said, if you know where to aim, go for it. I'm 50% on recovering bedded deer. I think I aimed too high on one I didn't recover. Does that mean you've only shot 2 deer bedded? Yeah. But I'm
two more than me.
Me too. I never have. But I'm with you. If you got a good shot, I would put it on a bedded deer. He never fully bedded down or anything, but.
Dude, I would way rather be shot in my sleep than when I'm awake.
Oh yeah. Way rather be shot then than when I'm chasing girls, like he was earlier.
It's just the way you said that makes it hard to believe. I'm just kidding. Just kidding, Charlie.
Just kidding. Are you?
You got a girlfriend running around up there with you, or no?
No.
I figured.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure you did.
It's hard, man. They want you to do stuff in the fall.
Oh yeah.
Annoying as can be.
Yep. Yeah, girls, they'll make you crazy just like deer. Oh, it looks like Brennen's got something behind this tree.
It's a booner squirrel.
I think.
Is that Elliott?
I think that's
crashing.
Elliott. I hear
That buck crashing around.
it must be tussling. There was a smaller buck in there with him before. They must be sparring, duking it out over the lady.
Dale Hayslip says Elliott's got a bigger buck on the wall. That's why he didn't shoot it. And you're probably right, Dale, but That is
Yeah.
no way to live.
No, I think I'm not positive, but I think that's one of the 4-year-olds they're hoping to let go. Yeah, that is one of the. They had 2 or 3 4-year-olds that they were planning on letting go to see if they can get them even bigger next year. I mean,
Tune in next season.
Yeah, there's a reason last year Elliott Smith killed a 160 something up on that same property.
Yeah,
By doing
last
stuff.
week, sir.
Well, no, the one he killed one last year in Wisconsin.
Gotcha.
That was busted, and I still think went in the 60s. So
How busted?
I don't know. Go check out the story of Future if you want to learn more about that and correct all my incorrection or correct all my mistakes. But yeah, I'm gonna look quick on his Instagram and see how busted he was. But I think he might have busted his main beam, but still had pretty much all his tines. Oh, maybe he wasn't busted. I might be crazy.
Got some owls ripping. I always love to hear that.
Love to hear that in the spring, followed by a turkey gobble.
Right? Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did. Might have some birds coming in to roost up here.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like it. That is one of my favorite sounds, man. Hearing an owl rip.
Rip or the turkey gobble?
Both.
Both.
I had a barn owl just about tear my face off one time sitting
flying
in a tree stand. Yeah, I think my best guess is it saw my hand moving around my bow.
Probably
thought it was a squirrel or a mouse or something.
David just asked, I get growing him if he's only 4, but is that public land? If so, crazy to pass, but I'm sure you guys aren't growing deer on public. Just dumb thought that came out. No, that's on a piece they've been managing and working on for a long time, and they put a lot of effort trying to get those deer to 5 and 6, but if that was on public, I'm sure he would be dead. But no, they got a nice piece of land that they've had success getting deer to that 5-6-year-old age class, so that deer next year could be massive.
What kind of chunk of ground are we talking about here?
Like size?
Yeah.
I'm not positive. I think like 300 acres.
That'll work.
That'll do. That'll do. Yeah. And I mean, like they put a lot of time, money, and effort into food plots. They have bean plots that are several acres big, like that. They have brassicas leading into. They put in the time and effort to have 4-year-olds that big that they can pass and try to grow.
On. Yeah.
Try to grow. But if it was me, I would have shot him.
That's tough, man. That's what I started getting into a little bit about that lease we had in Kentucky. It kind of ruined me.
Yeah.
Because it was just a lot of really nice bucks around. So I was there on a late season hunt after the ATA show in Louisville. Yep. I stopped at our lease on the way home and hunted. And I was at full draw on a nice 10 point and didn't shoot and it still eats me alive. Like,
Like,
I don't know.
like 3?
Yeah, just a little bit young, but he was a nice buck. And then I came home and I'm hunting and I'm like, I'm so stupid. Like,
we got a word coming in from Schellpfeffer here about that last encounter.
Well, we got about 4 minutes left here. It heated up here in the woods pretty quick. It was really slow for the first 2.5 hours or so, and then it really came alive. Not really sure how many bucks we've seen. I don't know, 7 or 8 at least. That one good one is that deer that we call Mac. He's a really nice 4-year-old. He didn't ever actually come into bow range, but even if he did, he was going to get the pass. Because he could be really awesome next year if he makes it, so we're going to try and let him do that. But we got does all around us yet still, so we're probably going to be stuck in the tree for a while after dark, but that's all right. We'll try and get out of here as clean as we can. But yeah, that was fun. It was a good night, good afternoon, so appreciate everybody watching. Hope you enjoyed this RUT Live.
oh, I think we did.
I think that should answer a lot of questions people are having about it. Deer was a little out of range, and they were going to give him the pass.
What kind of grunt call is he hitting there? Do you know?
I don't know. I think that might be a primo. I don't know.
It's one I'm not familiar with.
Everyone on the crew kind of uses their own preference. We don't have a partnership or anything.
Come on, dude. You don't have a contact with Will Primos?
You always act like I'm chief around here, like I'm in charge.
I'll put his phone number on here right now.
Yeah, I wish I could get in touch with the Primoses, but
you could.
I don't know about that. Maybe. We still got some chasing going on with Schellpfeffer.
There's a little bit of inside information that comes along with being involved in the hunting industry.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
getting to know some of the guys that you idolize is one of the perks. Will Primos, stand-up dude. I mean, that whole crew is as great as they could be.
Yeah, I've never met anybody in the Primos crew or anything, but they definitely represent the South pretty well.
The old Mississippi Delta.
There you go. We do have a couple of Phelps grunt calls, which Phelps is, more of an elk hunting call company, but they're breaking into it, and I have their alpha grunt or something, and it sounds pretty good. So
I'm sure it does. Jason's very well known for being on top of his game.
Yeah, Jason. If you don't know who Jason Phelps is, an excellent elk hunter. Founded Phelps Game Calls, and now they're tapping into the turkey and deer hunting industry a bit too. So
yeah, there you go. You boys are already tied in with that crew.
yeah, we get the connection a little bit, but we don't technically work with them. But
I don't technically work with you.
no, that's true. You're more just like I don't know, like a guy we pick up behind McDonald's and put on here or something. But yeah, I've heard the guys at Phelps are awesome too. So, and I've heard the same thing about Primos. So just find what you like and give her a try.
You know who sucks real hard? Realtree.
Realtree?
Everybody associated with them.
Really?
Not a good time.
No? You had some run-ins with them?
Yep.
Yep.
But the original tree bark's hard to beat. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a classic. I mean, they changed camo. I think Dylan's hoping for a last-second buzzer beater to come in here.
Yeah, but how's he going to kill with no face paint? You know?
Yeah. And his hat's not camo. You can't kill without head-to-toe camo, right? No, I don't wear a camo hat. A lot of times I wear just tan or green pants, and I haven't run into a problem.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Like Fred Bear said, shut up and sit still. Your dad used to kill deer in jeans or flannel and blue jeans, so
I shot an 8-point off of a doe, maybe 6 years ago in Nikes and jeans.
I'm not saying don't buy camo, but I'm saying like,
yeah.
if you're not totally head to toe and matching or whatever, you don't feel bad or feel like that's gonna be why you don't shoot something. Get out with what you got and have some fun.
100%. The barrier of entry to success is only as high as you make it.
Yeah. Yeah, just get out there, and I'm guessing most people watching this
already know that.
And I already know all this. It's not like we're really talking to. I guess we're not really talking to a lot of new hunters, but
well, we do have that. What is it, John Simbor?
Mm-hmm.
He's probably a new hunter.
Yeah, I don't know if he's ever shot anything before.
Sorry, John. Put that on Spitz. It's his fault.
And I hope that everybody watching is finding time to get out and enjoy the best part of the year to deer hunt. And shoot whatever makes you happy. That's one of those things.
Unless it's a human, you probably shouldn't.
Yeah, that's probably as long as it's legal, shoot whatever makes you happy. If you're in a buck-only county, don't shoot a doe.
Also move.
Yeah. hunt somewhere else.
If you're in a buck-only county, chances are whoever's managing that place is.
The county my cabin's in very, very northern Wisconsin is buck-only, and I've been going there. I don't hunt hard up there. I usually just walk around during gun season for a day or two. But in my life of just going up there, I've seen 3 bucks in 10 years.
Jeez. Gosh.
But it is thick jack pines, 0 ag. You know, you really got to work for it.
We're pretty much out of light here. Overall, it was an okay night. Didn't end up seeing either of the shooters. Did see some bucks chasing to the east of us on the other 40. Chasing out in the marsh, just like a 15-inch 8 and a spiker and a little forky. Then we had a little spiker just to the north of us chasing in the tamaracks. And just like 5 minutes ago we heard some grunting, but I don't know what it ended up being. Saw a deer just scoot by over there to the north of us, but thought we would have suld seen more with how beautiful a night it was. was, but it's just how it goes. I don't think my dad ended up seeing either of the shooters either, so we're gonna back her up here and we'll be back out tomorrow somewhere. Not sure where yet.
All right, guys, we're kind of starting to wind down on shooting light, but as you all know, this is the time when things happen.
We're going to have a little bit more light for the two Iowa boys down here, a little longer, but
going back to our YouTube comments, Jessica Slaminski says Adam will be out rifle hunting this year, but she'll be home 8 months pregnant putting up their Christmas tree. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congrats. Big congrats. And it's women like you that make it possible for dudes like us to keep doing what we do. So
do what we love to do.
Yeah. I mean, me and Spitz. Charlie, I don't know about you. You seem like you're still on the fence about the whole relationship situation.
But yeah, it's a little different coming from you, Carrots, and Scott, who have wife and kids, and me. But yeah, we really do appreciate women in our lives that let us get out and do what we like to do, and it means a lot. I mean, there's a lot that needs to be taken care of at home, so.
Wait till you got a whole stable full of rugrats.
No, I believe it. I hope I got a while before that, but I'm starting to get older and older. Scary thought.
All right, ladies, there you go. Now's your chance. Jump in Charlie's DMs.
No, I don't know if we need to do that, but I'm a busy person. I'm not home a lot, so.
Yeah, you got to let the dog out.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I do.
Got a tough schedule.
I got a busy schedule. I'm on the road a lot, so. So we're. Todd Schellpfeffer, another great show. Good job on the commentary. Thanks, Todd. Your son really carried the show, having the best action. We'd love to see him shoot that deer, but a lot of respect for him to hold out. And
we're gonna have a pretty heated wrestling match. He and I.
Next time he comes down to Iowa, I respect. So I think we're gonna go through the winners of last week's trivia and
let's do it.
Hat sale and coffee sale.
Coffee?
So.
Yeah.
So if you haven't done it yet, go buy some coffee, go buy a hat. Got a chance to win HHA Rise and a set of one sticks, best sticks.
I got a pretty good feeling there was I believe a David Fleer that won some sticks that I would have won if I weren't part of this show.
Yeah. The odds are stacked against you. So the HHA Rise bow sight from the coffee purchase, which go buy your coffee.
Again this week.
Yep. Justin Vogel. Isn't Vogel the last name from McLovin in Superbad?
Vogel.
Oh, Vogel, not Vogel.
With an F.
Sorry, Justin.
That's all right. You look like Aladdin.
Yeah. What?
The Vortex Blaze Orange package goes to Cody Zoos. The tethered sticks going to David Fleer. Get in there. Go ahead. You finish.
All right, thanks for scooching over and letting the young buck have his shot. The lacrosse footwear, the Alpha Burley boots, Adam Slamansky. The Schwecker broadheads, pack of choice, Tim Sattler. I wonder what he picked. You give her a go, Carrots.
All right. Let's do it. The River's Edge light foot stand, 4 grip rails, and the safety rope going to Amy Bunce.
Congrats, Amy.
Baronet blinds, Ox 5, going to Adam Brugan. The tack vanes, 100 pack of vanes of your choice, and glue going to Colin Carlton. The bucket ready seed, 1 acre of seed of your choice, going to Rob Caudell. The Khmer Deer product of choice going to Andy Rosicki. You guys, these Midwestern last names are so hard. The Moultrie Mobile Edge going to Austin McPherson. Thank you for your Irish heritage. I can read that.
I'm Irish and I'm from the Midwest, so pipe down. People still can't pronounce my last name, so.
The Luminoc 3-pack of Knox going to Carly Simmons. The Onyx Hunt Elite membership, Cody Wanta. Congrats, Cody. You're a multiple-time winner. Black Widow Deer Lures, Branch Butter Scrape Rope going to Zach Fuhrer. The Fuhrer in the house. All right. Phone scope, phone case, adapter, 2 ounces of Pyro Putty, and the Pyro Putty lighter going to Connor Shreve, and the Booner Coffee going to Todd Koskowski.
Make sure you go on and buy some more coffee and buy a hat so you got a chance to win those awesome prizes, and comment.
Buy a hat, buy some coffee. You'll get it back for sure. We're going to check in with Mancl real quick on his closer.
Yep. Any day now, Mancl.
He's trying to get himself in focus.
He's trying to get his good. He's trying to get his good side. He's like, Jimbo, make sure you get my pretty side.
I got this giant zit on my left cheek.
He's been working hard in No Shave November. He's looking burly.
He's been growing that beard since he was 13.
They might have some action behind him that he's checking out, actually.
I don't know. He's kind of cavalier about his movement.
I guess you're right. You're right.
Alright, we got about 15 minutes left of light here. It's been a decent night. We've seen, I think, four different bucks. No shooters, but we've had some decent movement in this spot. We had one buck out in the field a little while ago. There was a few does out there. It looked like he must have bumped them out of there because we haven't seen them since. We don't have the greatest visibility up in there, but you can kind of see in some pockets. We haven't seen him in a while, so. But not a bad night. I was actually thinking it was going to be a little bit slower for how warm it's been, but we got a wind switch coming up tomorrow, so that'll put us in probably a different set. But we're going to keep after it here in Iowa. We got some really good deer to chase this year, so just need to be patient. One of these deer is going to mess up eventually, but thanks for watching the live this week. Be sure to tune in next week for the grand finale. But we're going to ride it out here for a few more minutes, and then we'll be back at it tomorrow.
All right. Well, good luck, boys. As much as we love to pick on Mancl, what a stud.
Boss man. Talking to the owls out there.
You can't help it.
He's going for a bit of a Hail Mary, just throwing out some blind grunts, I think. I would do the same.
I love the turkey hunter in him that just had to repeat the who cooks for you all?
I loved Justin Vogel coming back. LOL, McLovin. I'm glad he enjoyed my comment, even though I was off. It's not Fogel. Or not Vogel, it's Fogel in the movie, but Brennen's still probably playing his shooting game. He probably is. Crazy. Again, make sure you guys go check out the coffee, a new hat. Got a chance to win an awesome prize for both.
And thank you for the comments.
And thank you for...
It's so much easier to have you guys chiming in. Yeah.
It makes our lives easier, more fun. I don't have to just listen to Carrots blah blah all the time. You got something nice to talk about.
Definitely a buck in the bottom.
Amen.
I can hear horns.
But we also want you guys to get out and have some fun and go enjoy the rut. So make sure you get out. Spend some time in the woods.
That's the saving grace for me doing this with you all, is that our rut is like Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
always.
You got it.
So I'll still have it. It's still there.
I mean, down here in Iowa around Thanksgiving, they're still going a little bit, but I mean Wisconsin too, but
they're just getting started.
Yeah, so
like
it's
the week leading up to Thanksgiving, they're just getting started here. So
down here, like it's hot and it's gonna get really hot in the next week, I would say, but it usually kind of peters off, closer to Thanksgiving. Still pretty good. Wisconsin's a little different because gun season's that week before Thanksgiving, so Mancl might have some last-second luck here. It sounds like they hear a deer back there.
Yeah, for sure.
B-roll, get it now too.
A couple of bee holes, getting some B-roll.
Been a pretty slow night for Brennen, which I was not anticipating, but
no, I also was not anticipating that. He's a calculated son of a gun.
Yeah, he is. He's got the farms he hunts. He's got them dialed. He knows. So,
but that's the name of the game.
Oh yeah,
they're still wild animals.
Even in the rut, it's not easy. They're moving more, but if you're not in the right spot, they're not patterned like other times of the year. You could be in the wrong spot and it'd be slow.
Well, he probably wasn't dressed in full plastic driving a minivan like John Eberhard. So
I think it's Eberhard, but
whatever.
He's a Michigan boy like you.
That's a man wearing plastic driving a minivan.
I didn't know he drove a minivan.
Yeah. Like Dexter. You ever watch that show?
Yeah, I know who Dexter is.
It's like his kill van.
I would love to see what Mancl's seeing, but I mean they're losing light. Jessica asks, on average, how many spots does each guy have to choose from?
How many guys does each guy have to choose from?
Well, if you're talking
Charlie,
Carrots,
you've got
he's got all of Nashville, and Knoxville. No, it depends on the guy. Like, I mean, Brennen's got 3 smaller farms that he's killed most of his deer off of, but they still hit a lot of public. Mike,
well, and you're talking about just in Iowa, right?
Yeah, that's just Iowa. He and JP hunt like 4 or 5 states a year.
Yeah.
Mike in Iowa, he's got 2 permission farms that are pretty good. One of them where Brad killed his buck tonight. But like we bounce around. You check out all the public.
I would say it's safe to say each of you have a dozen spots.
I mean, it depends. Yeah, like all of us are willing that if we don't have anything good on our like primary permission piece or whatever, we'll go hit public. We scout public. We put trail cameras on public, so we always have another spot. Like Mike said earlier, he's been to this place one time in the summer to put up a trail camera because he thought it looked good on a map. They got 2 monsters show up in the last week. So really, I mean, if you play the public land game, you got a lot of public land near you. Your spots are unlimited. It's just comes down to scouting and prep.
But also, I've got a spot that I hunt every year locally. I go to the same hill, the same ridge. Nope. But kill almost every time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like, I mean, there's. When it comes
you're
to
always going to have your money spots. Like
when it comes to public, I'm always jumping around, and then you see these guys that hunt the same piece of public and leave their stand every year, which you're not supposed to do. But I'm not gonna say anything. But they're out there killing great deer, and like I'm out here playing the like mobile and jump around everywhere you can go game.
Yeah. If you leave a stand on public land and I come across it, that's my stand. And you're welcome because I picked up your litter.
That's true. I mean, I hate when people steal stands. If you got it locked, it's legal to leave them, but like
that's not theft.
But if you leave it out, you're not supposed to, or you leave it from season to season, you really like you're not supposed
I've
to.
done it.
That.
Like I've left a climber on public land for multiple seasons, and never had an issue because it's somewhere I know no one else is going to go. But that's kind of my philosophy on it. If you're going to leave it on public, then you donated that stand to someone else.
Yeah, and especially if you're not going to lock it up or anything.
Well, that'd be even worse.
What, lock it?
Yeah, you're not supposed to leave it. You're going to leave it and lock it.
Well, I mean, in Iowa, you are allowed to leave your stands. That's
okay.
allowed.
Okay.
So if you can leave your stands from 2 weeks before season to 2 weeks after season.
Okay.
That's allowed.
Okay. Well, that's different.
If it's during the season and you're stealing stands, you're a scumbag. But if it's after the season, and I'm talking not like a day or two, like if someone's out there shed hunting in March and you just leave crap out, you're not supposed to leave crap out.
Well, I don't use them. This is a conversation we probably shouldn't have on.
No, but I mean, if you're not supposed to be leaving stands out, and someone takes your stand, you have zero right to be mad.
I hunt from the ground like 95% of the time.
Yeah.
I don't have any use for most tree stands.
Yeah. Like Wisconsin, you're not supposed to leave anything overnight or anything like that. So if your stand's gone, well, that's on you.
I take them and give them to new hunters who feel like they can't afford to buy a stand or whatever. You know?
And I mean, the rule in Iowa is you're allowed to leave them, but if someone else comes and sits in your stand before you get there, you have zero right to kick them out.
Right.
Which is also very fair.
That's very weird. That's like
I like
very.
it. I like it.
Yeah, I like it because I like fighting. But
I mean, I hate that you do see a lot more stands left out here than in Wisconsin. I think because of that, but it gets tiresome pulling up, pulling down. But don't steal stands unless they're illegally there. Is my
amen.
And don't
100%.
Don't leave stands if you're not supposed to be leaving stands. That just ruins stuff for everybody else.
It's called littering.
It is littering.
Yeah. Littering and so that's probably going to be a hot take, I'm sure, but
I don't think that's hot. If you're not supposed to leave them, you're littering. I'm with you. If you leave a stand where you're not supposed to leave a stand,
possession is 9/10 of the law.
There you go. Jessica said, where we live, we have very limited public land. We have to drive 2 to 5 hours. Oh, we got there. Pork?
Looks like a little guy.
Going back to Jessica's comment saying we have very little public land. We have to drive 2 to 5 hours to get to our regular hunting spots. We usually hunt around a rifle. You might want to recheck Onyx because, I mean, where I grew up, we didn't have a lot of public land, but there was always something somewhere in one direction or the other. Maybe not big, awesome pieces, but...
No, there always is. And I don't think a lot of people realize that, like, boat launches, like DNR or Wildlife Resource Agency lands can be
there's other stuff that might not be labeled as, you know, like WMAs that are legal to hunt. And if you can't find anything, I would suggest start knocking doors and calling, and maybe you have to exchange time. Work.
I would, if it were me, I'd just call Scott at 616-370-9435, and he'll tell you exactly what you need to do to stay within the law and, you know, where your state is.
I thought Scott's number was 8675309.
Really? You guys make fun of me for being old all the time, and you're going to pull that out?
Hey, I'm like 20 years younger than you, plus. Let's relax.
Yeah? Are you 16?
You're not 36.
I'm 38.
Shut up. You have 4 kids and you're 38?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Damn. You've been
figured out early that it's a lot of fun. I want to be able to keep up with them, you know.
Are you going to keep having them?
Throw the football, play a little basketball. I'm done having them. We're done having them.
Okay. Your rut is over.
100%.
Yeah, you're worn out.
I'm just stocking up on calories these days.
Yeah, I can tell. Yeah, man, that's crazy. I guess I've never really thought about that, like age and stuff. I mean,
yeah, it comes at you fast. Better make a plan.
I'm not 21. I'm 23. Okay. Give me a little credit. Yeah, I turned 23 in October.
All right, boys. Let's keep the viewers in mind here.
All right.
We're having a conversation that people can only hear half of. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. Scott can pipe into our ears like the behind the scenes guy, and he's talking to me about my age.
Like a sneaky bastard.
No one can hear him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rude at him to not think of the viewer. But yeah, Scott, I'm 23. I'm not 21. Okay, I'm not a stupid kid anymore.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm kidding. I am very much still a stupid kid that's just trying to have fun and figure out.
I'm still a stupid kid, dude.
I can tell.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure, but that was kind of a goal of mine. My parents were my parents were very young when I was born.
Oh, yeah.
So it gave me a perspective that a lot of people might not have. I realized, yeah.
I got a buddy like that. My buddy Tom, who commented earlier, always said he wants to be a young dad.
Yep.
That's
the time.
My parents aren't that young, but I'm fine. I turned out okay. Maybe a little immature, but I don't know. I guess my parents were like,
"You're not immature, man. You're right on schedule."
Oh, I hate hearing that. Don't tell me that. I want to be immature. I want to be young. No, I mean, good for you though. You'll be able to have a lot of memories then.
Yeah, dude, think of how many grandkids I'll have someday, you know? Running around my yard.
Yeah, I mean, if your kids act like you, you'll have like 60.
Amen. Bring them on.
Bring them on.
Got this little immature guy
Yeah,
hanging out.
Like a young Charlie.
Well, I was going to say, and a deer in the field for Brennen.
Oh, yeah.
Ah!
Yeah, that's what I was catching your drift.
I know.
So you getting out after him at all? Carrots?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, I guess everything's a little bit back. You're probably still a little in the lull down there.
Yep.
Forget that.
Our October lull, if you listen to the Drurys,
is prime time in the Midwest.
Well, it's like over the next 10 days.
Yeah. Yeah, so we just came out of our lull, even though a lot of people killed deer during the lull, which is weird.
Me included.
Well, it looks like we're starting to run low. I mean, it's almost dark here where I'm at in Iowa, so they're probably about to run out of shooting light in a minute.
Spitzley's reaching the bottom of his Diet Coke, so
yeah,
must be about time.
The day is getting long. But I'll be out in the morning. I'm pretty stoked up. Still chasing my my ghost of a hammer named Chumbawamba. He's been showing up on everybody's camera except for mine, but
I'm trying to get on, trying real hard to get on board with you being a respectable human. But when you say things like chasing my ghost of a hammer Chumbawamba,
yeah,
it's very difficult.
Are we talking about a deer or a body part?
I'm not sure.
Me neither. I feel like that was a pretty respectable thing to say.
It was. No, but on a serious note, as we close out here in Iowa, the boys are going to have to shutter down a little bit what seems early to me, like plenty of light.
Yeah,
how does that?
It's 30 minutes after sunset. So no matter where you are, what your light is, 30 minutes after sunset. So I mean,
where you are dictates what time sunset is. You know what I mean? So
it's the whole. I mean, it's based on where you are. Yeah. So they're gonna finish up here. We're gonna get some closing words from Brennen, and then it'll be just us two, Carrots.
All right,
duking it out, Royal Rumble style.
Tummy sticks.
Wade Boogs, Rick Boogs. Sorry, not Wade Boogs.
Let's do it, Yukon.
It's gonna be a wrap here for the evening. Pretty slow. It's like yesterday. Pretty slow. Everywhere on the cameras has been dead for the most part. Seen a couple small bucks tonight. One doe. this week. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. We're going to keep trying to talk the Elliots into shooting deer like the one he's seen tonight, but they're pretty big. Big thanks to Spitzley, Carrots, Chuck.
Hey.
Those guys are putting in the work in the office, making this thing happen. Huge thanks to all of our partners that donate all the gear for the giveaways. And thanks to all you guys for watching. Hopefully if you're getting out in the woods this week, you can have some luck, punch some tags. We are going to do I believe the finale, RUT Live, next Saturday. It'll be our final one for the year. Not sure on the time, probably around 3 o'clock. Actually, probably around 2 o'clock with the time change. Don't forget to set your clocks back tonight. We'll catch you next week here on RUT Live.
Closing out from the island of misfit toys.
All right.
But don't forget about the time change. I just was reminded about that. I would have gotten up probably an hour late and went to bed.
It was in the comments. I think maybe Jessica said something.
Oh yeah, Jessica did. I've
changing
seen that
your
now.
clocks back. Yeah. But
Don't forget to
yeah,
do that.
100%. Big thanks to Brennen, Mike, Elliott's, JP's in the tree, Jimbo's filming too. So I mean, it's
Dingo.
Oh yeah, and Goulash.
Can't forget Dylan and Rand. Gotta give the boys love. Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good. You're good. But it's a conglomerate effort for sure.
A lot of coordinating. Scott and Mike put a lot of time into coordinating, making this happen.
Thank you to them. Thank you to our sponsors, HHA Sports and Vortex Optics.
Most importantly, thank you to you guys for being just great fans and commenting, and keeping it fun for everybody.
That's a hell of a microphone you have there, Chuck.
It's pretty big, ain't it? Look at that thing. All right. Well, thank you again for everybody watching and our sponsors. Get out and enjoy the rut. It's here.
It is. The
And
chase is on.
Don't forget to tune in next week, our very last one, to win some awesome prizes. Go buy some coffee, buy a hat. You got probably 5 minutes left to do that, to win an awesome prize. And
check out the new knives too.
Oh yeah, the new knives. I totally forgot about
Shea
that.
Butler and the Breaking Point. They're freaking sweet.
Yeah, we butchered Mike's deer with it, and they are razor sharp. But I think this can be it for us for tonight.
All right.
One
Till
more.
next time.
Till next time. Join back in. Get out. Get hunting. Have some fun.
Heck yeah. Love you guys.
Love you.
We've got a big CRP field to the east of us, and then we've got prime alfalfa right here over my right shoulder. We're gonna try to put a licking branch or a scrape tree branch off the end of one of these corner posts down here. This should be a good spot.
We got a decent wind here tonight. We're sitting a cage blind on a different property. Got a doe tag in my pocket, so if we can get a doe to walk past the blind tonight, probably gonna go ahead and try to shoot it.
It was just a perfect night. Snuck into the blind. We already had deer in the food plot. What an awesome night of hunting down here in Iowa.
The new Edge Pro from Ultramobile gives you more control over what you see with features like live aim and the industry's first false trigger elimination technology, meaning if deer photos are what you want, deer photos are what you get.
his little cousin got a nice 8-point in East Tennessee this morning.
Hey, there we go.
Picks or it didn't happen, bro.
You gotta work more and get creative, the best service. Those boys do a lot of management, so.
Look at him. Come
That
on.
is-
Schellpfeffer,
come
get
on.
it done.
Alright, we got about 15 minutes left of light here. It's been a decent night. We've seen, I think, four different bucks. No shooters, but we've had some decent movement in the spot. We had one buck out in the field a little while ago. There was a few does out there. It looked like he must have bumped them out of there because we haven't seen them since. We don't have the greatest visibility up in there, but you can kind of see in some pockets. We haven't seen him in a while, so. But not a bad night. I was actually thinking it was going to be a little bit slower for how warm it's been, but we got a wind switch coming up tomorrow, so that'll put us in probably a different set. But alright, keep after it here in Iowa. We got some really good deer to chase this year, so just need to be patient. One of these deer is going to mess up eventually, but thanks for watching the live this week. Be sure to tune in next week for the grand finale. But we're going to ride it out here for a few more minutes, and then